MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Sports Center.
I'm Doug Brown. After re-energizing Colorado football, ESPN has learned head coach Deion Sanders will get a 5-year, $54 million contract extension. Meanwhile, Memphis Grizzlies head coach Taylor Jenkins gets fired today with only 9 games left in the regular season. The Grizzlies are tied for 4th in the West with the Lakers, who they host tomorrow night. 4 of the 8 teams playing in the men's Sweet 16 tonight are from the SEC, including a head-to-head matchup between Kentucky and Tennessee. ESPN's Seth Greenberg.
The SEC put the nation on blast because this SEC is not going anywhere. You talk about 14 teams in the NCAA tournament, that is going to be the norm. That's not going to be the exception.
Seth Greenberg on Get Up. Cam Williams will leave Tulane and transfer to Kentucky. Williams is one of the best shooters in the transfer portal. He averaged 9 points a game in his freshman year for the Green Wave. First 4 games of the women's Sweet 16, all on ESPN today. Early fourth quarter now. Duke leads North Carolina 37-32.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy, coming up Monday. We're less than a month away from the NFL draft. I'll tell you which draftees I'm paying the most attention to. It's Unsportsmanlike, weekday mornings at 6, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio.
That's right!
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt. Paul
O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Toby Tom Play. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Tigers rally to win game 1. Theriot's here next hour. The LSU women getting set for the Sweet 16. The Saints work out another quarterback. We got a ton to do, so let us begin as we do every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
Muse, I need you to get me the address to the Mississippi State baseball office, please. Can you grab that for me?
Yeah. Let me work on that.
See if you can find that for me real quick. I would like for you to get me the physical address to the Mississippi State baseball office. I presume this will be in Starkville, Mississippi.
Most likely.
What I would like to do is have you share that here live on the air so all of us can maybe get a pen ready to write this down, maybe type it into a note on your phone, whatever's most convenient for you. Because I think all of us collectively need to write thank you notes to Mississippi State head coach Chris Lemonis. Can we do that? Can we all agree to do that, please?
Sure, I can do that.
Do you have this addressed yet?
Yes, I do.
All right, let's go. I'm writing it down. Here we go.
All right,
288
Lakeville Drive.
Got it. Lake, one word or two?
For Lakeview?
Lakeville or Lakeview?
Lakeview.
Lakeview.
I'm sorry.
You said Lakeville.
My mistake.
See, we got to make sure these letters get where they're going, Muse.
Yeah,
all right,
we do.
288 Lakeview Drive.
Obviously, Starkville, Mississippi.
Starkville.
39762.
39762. And, of course, we're going to address these to Chris Lemonis.
Yes.
Care of Mississippi State Baseball. 288 Lakeview Drive, Starkville, Mississippi, 39762. We got to send thank you notes to Chris Lemonis because he's up 6-2. He's got LSU's team and Alec Box Stadium lifeless. Muse, you were there. Can you confirm it looked like lifeless on TV?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it
lifeless. And Chris Lemonis pulls Evan Sierra, and he throws a couple of freshmen out there. You know what happened next. Walk, walk, homer, single homer, walk, walk. All before there was a single out in the fifth inning. And all of a sudden, your 6-2 deficit is a 7-6 lead. And the whole series flipped. I mean, they go walk, walk, and then
LSU threatening here in the bottom of the fifth. The 3-2 pitch to Dickinson. High and deep to left field. To the track, to the wall. This baby is out of here. 3-run bomb for Daniel Dickinson. The Tigers' second baseman, his seventh
All right,
home
we got
run.
it, Chris. Thank you. By the way, what's he doing swinging at that pitch? Was that his eyes?
Hey, man, smoked it. Good swing. Go for it.
He did smoke. That was ball 4, bro.
Yeah, and he almost hit it over the damn bleachers.
And the pitch before he fouled off was also ball 4.
Yes.
I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah! Oh, man. Anyway, so instead of being down 0-1 in this series and losing to their bullpen arm when you ran your ace out there, now you're up 1-0. They're running their best guy out there today. And I don't know if you've checked, but DraftKings has LSU minus 3.5 on the run line in this game.
Oh, all right.
Feels aggressive, doesn't it?
That's aggressive.
I might have a play on this with Mincy later, Muse.
Okay.
Do not steal my play.
I will not steal your play.
Anyway. A couple of observations from the game. Clearly, Cade Anderson didn't have his best stuff. Look, there's going to be days where your best guy just doesn't have his best. And, watching the game on TV, if you're looking for, because it was short rest, velo, command, those are things that would kind of be telltales. And it was so interesting because if you're watching on TV, the radar they're flashing kept dotting 93s and 94s. And I talked to someone who was at the game with a gun, a radar gun, and it was interesting because this person told me Cade Anderson's velo was down, and I didn't notice that based on what was shown on the screen. He said a lot of times they'll round up when there's decimals. So if it was like 92.5, they'd round it up to 93. So perhaps he was a tick off with his velo, and obviously the command wasn't great. Look, the first and the third homers he gave up, he hung breaking balls. We talked about Ace Reese all this week. He's the Houston transfer. He leads them in homers and doubles and RBI, hobbling around there on one leg. If you notice the last out of the game, he was like Jake Taylor, stumbling through the base, getting the hitch out of his giddy up with his knee and everything. But you hung a slider and he crushed it. I mean, those are pitches we've become accustomed to seeing Cade Anderson make. He didn't make them. It was interesting in the in-game interview, Lemonis said, the objective offensively was just to grind him out and get him out of the game. My goodness, did they. 101 pitches for Cade Anderson in this ball game through 4 1/3, and only 65 strikes. So it's about 64%. Typically, you want to be for your Friday night guy, you want to be at 75% of your pitches strikes. He was at 64%. So it was an off day for Cade Anderson. But Zach Cowan was awesome. And after the game, Jay Johnson very succinctly mentioned what Zach Cowan means to this team right now.
Yeah, put the momentum in the game in our dugout is the thought every time I bring him in the game. again, he's awesome. I've been trying to tell everybody that for a while, that's who they should be talking about, and just keep throwing zeros.
4 innings pitched, no runs, just 1 hit, struck out 7, walked nobody. And for all the conversation we had last week about bringing in Cowan, and I'll maintain burning him with a 6-run lead was not the right decision. I would maintain that decision cost you the opportunity to win game 2 when you had a 5-2 lead and you could have used him. This was 100% the right call. It was a 1-run game. I mean, you had just taken a 7-6 lead. Of course you're going to your best guy to hold, to not let them get off the mat. And he was awesome, man. He overwhelmed Mississippi State, which is stunning to watch a guy that dots 91-92, but has such great command of that changeup. And to watch good hitters consistently struggle with it is remarkable. But I know everyone keeps asking, should they move into the rotation? No, unequivocally no. If you get to a point where maybe William Schmidt, where maybe some of the guys that you're counting on out of the bullpen develop and become more consistent, then you can have that conversation if the rotation's struggling. But how in the world, think of it this way. If Cowan's your Sunday guy, you take the lead 7-6 last night, what do? Who are you giving the ball to? Okay, you want to go burn Case and Evans? Okay, then you go on the rest of the weekend, you have nobody else you trust. So, no. He is right where he needs to be because your biggest Achilles heel right now is you do not have arms you trust in the bullpen except 2 guys. And he's awesome and showed it again last night. Just to file this away, one of the other things we did talk about throughout the week, so State's catcher, Highfield, who got hit in the face last week, who's a really good defensive catcher, didn't catch last night. Joe Powell did. Now, Joe Powell hit one of the solo shots. Listen, I mean, Cade Anderson threw their backup catcher a fastball. Kid hit it. Tip your hat, move on. But the last run LSU scored, remember, that was all manufactured by that ball getting past Powell. That's when that final run came in for LSU, which gave you the cushion in the bottom of the 8th. So you can be much more aggressive on the base pass, and Jay was. He tried to double steal last night. They tried to squeeze play. Stanfield just didn't execute. He bunted right back to the pitcher. Come on, man. You got to get it down the line. But in any event, we saw that kind of manifest a little in game 1. Keep watching that this weekend. And look, think of it this way, too. Mississippi, the final run, State scored in the 6th inning off of Benj. Benj was pretty good, but he would have gone through that inning without allowing a run. But LSU had shifted. Milam was playing behind second base. He had to run all the way into foul territory. He just overran the baseball. He catches that, you're back in the dugout. Instead, hitter gets on base. You have a pass ball, a double, scores the run. But I thought Benj was pretty good in the spot that he was in as well. So Tigers get the win. A game they absolutely had to get. I mean, it was Cade Anderson against a bullpen arm. You can't lose that game. And it was unconventional. It's not how we thought it would play out. But the Tigers got the win, and so now it's on to the next. So tonight, they'll face Pico Cone. By the way, Muse, I looked a lot today for pronunciations. I couldn't find it. I know you said Con. They were saying on the broadcast last night, Cone. I'll keep saying Cone until we know to the contrary, but I even looked for a pronunciation guide on their website.
They don't have a pronunciation guide on their website. They actually need to work on that over in Starkville. Everyone,
Cone.
Con is what I've heard on their broadcast. When I talked to Robbie Falk on Wednesday, he said Con. So
okay.
I think Kendall had Con on Thursday.
Okay. Broadcast last night was saying Cone. I looked up a bunch of highlights today. They were saying Cone. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get him on and ask him, like you did with Cowan. Cowan Cohen.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's 92-94, 84-mile-an-hour slider. Reigning SEC pitcher of the week. Was really good last week against Oklahoma. Missed all of 23 with Tommy John after the torn UCL. But what I'll say is he's a lefty, and he's a good one. But LSU fared well last week against 2 lefties on the road in Austin. Spencer went 5 innings, 4 runs on 7 hits. He did strike out 7, but walked 3 and hit a guy. Harrison, who was Texas's game 2 guy, 4 innings. He didn't make it out of the 4th, right? 5 runs on 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, hit a guy. So, which Anthony Ianson shows up tonight on the other side will be interesting. You know, a guy that was extending in the pre-conference has had trouble doing so the last 2 weeks. He went 3 2/3 against Missouri and just 4 1/3 last week against Texas. So, Can Ianson give LSU a little bit of length tonight? Can the bats get going against Pico Con?
I like the name Pico. Solid.
You know anybody named Pico?
I don't.
Neither. Concone. Show Open Every Day is brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR. The official beer of the Tigers. If you're going to be at the box tonight, make sure you get plenty of ice-cold Bud Light to keep you company throughout the game. Or if you're going to be watching at your favorite sports bar, restaurant, watering hole, or at your home, watching Sweet 16 on one screen, LSU, Mississippi State on the other. Make sure you got plenty of ice-cold Bud Light, the official beer of AFR and the official beer of the Tigers. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light. Okay, it's after further review. Let me knock out a break. Theriot next hour. When we come back, we talked a lot about the Saints working out quarterbacks. Of course, had dinner on Monday with Quinn Ewers. There's another big-time quarterback that the Saints had a private workout with this week. I want to talk about him next. Stay here. It's AFR.
After further review.
Right about the Watermark and the Renaissance Watermark downtown. Remember, we're heading into the weekend. I tell you all the time about Sunday brunch at the Gregory at the Watermark Hotel. If you love a brunch, if you love a good Sunday brunch, and you're always looking for the next spot to go check out a Sunday brunch, if you have not been to the Gregory inside of the Watermark, what are you waiting on? It is affordable for the whole family. Food's amazing. Completely reasonable. And if you're worried about going downtown because you don't want to park and all that sort of stuff, remember, when you're dining at the Gregory, it's complimentary valet. So get your reservations, pop on into the Watermark on Sunday for Sunday brunch, pull right up to the front, valet, walk right in, be treated like a king or a queen, have an amazing Sunday brunch, and enjoy downtown and everything that the Watermark has to offer. You can get your reservations or check them out online. It's Watermark Baton Rouge.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
You gotta believe. Dream, believe, you gotta believe, dream, believe, you gotta believe, whole team on wild.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Hey, remember, Brian Kelly announced this last weekend that they're kind of shuffling spring football practice schedule a little bit. They're taking the 2 practices from the week leading up to the spring game, spring scrimmage, whatever they're going to call it, moving it after. So the spring, April the 11th, that next Saturday, won't be the, I guess, 2 Saturdays from now, not 2 Saturdays from tomorrow. That's the best way to say it. That's not going to be the end of spring football. They're going to have 2 practices the week after that because teams are allotted 34 days to get their 15 practices in once they start. So whatever day they open spring, they have 34 days to get their 15 practices in. So Brian Kelly sort of extended the window to maximize time with the team. So anyway, just a note. So you're going to have fewer, like there's no practice tomorrow. They've been practicing on Saturday the past several weeks. There is no practice tomorrow, so don't expect a practice report on Saturday is effectively what I'm saying. All right, it's after further review. We're glad you're with us here. Vyctorius Miller went in the transfer portal today. Give you some thoughts on that when we go around the SEC in about a dozen minutes from right now. So the New Orleans Saints are steamrolling toward the draft, and it's really not been any secret that they're spending a good amount of time and due diligence on quarterbacks in this draft class. Now, I don't doubt at all that they would take a quarterback. We've seen them take a quarterback each of the last 2 years. Of course, Jake Haener 2 years ago, and it was Spencer Rattler last year. My feeling has not changed. I'm looking at these mid-late round quarterbacks like the nickel slots. You just keep feeding them because if they bust, it's not a giant loss. But if you hit, awesome, you hit a jackpot. But you got to keep feeding the slot to be able to hit the jackpot. You're not going all in. You're not playing the high limit tables over here like you'd be doing if you were playing around in the first round. It's why I'm not necessarily excited about the prospect of Jackson Dart at 9 overall like Mel Kiper had in his most recent mock draft. For what it's worth, the Saints did meet with Jackson Dart this week as well. That's one of the reports that's out there. But I think more likely if Dart's hanging around at number 40, that's appealing. Jackson Dart at number 9, not so much. I'd say the same about Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers, Matt Miller has him mocked to the Saints at 40. That I'd be okay with, but you better be strongly convicted that that's a guy you feel like can be your your franchise quarterback if you're going to take him at that spot. Nonetheless, I think the more likely scenario is that the New Orleans Saints, with 9 picks in this year's draft, find a quarterback where they have a strong evaluation on that player somewhere in the middle or late rounds, and they pull the trigger there if they went that route again. So they're doing their due diligence because leave no stone unturned. If this is, in fact, going to be your last season with Derek Carr, then what's your plan after that? It could potentially be someone in this draft. Well, Mike Garafolo of NFL Media gave the update that the Saints had a private workout with Syracuse quarterback Kyle McCord.
The Saints held a private workout today with Kyle McCord up there in Syracuse. Got a really strong arm and has impressed some folks throughout the draft process. His meetings have been really good as well. So you got the Saints up there with Scott Tolzien taking a deep look at Kyle McCord, who could be, a day 2 into day 3 type of guy, depending on how this draft process goes. He's got some other visits with teams coming up, so there is significant interest in Kyle McCord. These private workouts are so important, though, because you get a chance to really kind of dictate what you want to see a guy do, and you get to see it up close and personal. So the Saints taking a close look at Kyle McCord, led the nation in passing last year for Syracuse.
4,779 yards and 34 touchdowns. Kyle McCord threw for 4,700 yards. That was an ACC single-season record. So you got a guy that's played a ton of football. Like when you start thinking about Kyle McCord, the bio here, there's a lot to like. He was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school, signed with Ohio State. He played for 3 years at Ohio State. Over those 3 seasons, started 24 games. In his junior year, became the full-time starter. hits the portal. Ohio State, of course, brings in Will Howard. Kyle McCord's out, lands at Syracuse, and in that offense went kaboom. Those for 4,700, nearly 4,800 yards and 34 touchdowns. Led the country in passing. He's also got really good size. He's 6'3", 218. Didn't have the highest relative athletic score. Big blemish. But Musey did play for Ohio State. Doesn't play for him now.
He's got the history. Before. He's got the history there. It's on the side.
File it away.
Yeah.
Buckeye. I have the same feeling about Kyle McCord as I do about Spencer Rattler and Jake Haener. Shoot your shot. But where you shoot that shot in the draft matters. So, for example, we mentioned the Saints have 9 selections. The NFL media rates McCord as a late day 2 or early day 3 prospect. He's pretty much a consensus top 5 quarterback in this draft. So it's the first 3 that everyone's talking about with Ward, Sanders, Dart. Then it's Tyler Shuff. I never know how to say his name. I always mispronounce it. From Louisville. And Kyle McCord. Those are your top 5. So where are we talking? The Saints have 9 picks in the draft. They have the 9th overall pick, as we know. I pray they don't use the 9th pick on a quarterback, unless if Sanders falls to him at 9. If Shedeur Sanders is there at 9, I'd be good with it. But after that, you got the 40th overall pick. That's round 2. You've got a couple of picks in round 3 and a couple of picks in round 4. Remember, you get Washington's 3 and 4 this year from the Lattimore trade. So you got 2 third-round picks, 2 fourth-round picks, a 6 and a 7. So, if you were talking about using one of your third-round picks, like let's say the pick you got from Washington, which is 93 overall. It's the end of round 3. And you make your pick at 1, maybe you get a cornerback, maybe you get an edge rusher, maybe it's Tyler Warren, the tight end. Like let's say you get one of the top players in the draft at 9. Awesome. And then you use your second-round pick and you're able to fill with a guy who maybe you had a first-round grade on that dropped in around 2. And then you use the 71st pick as well. And then you're sitting there in round 3, and one of these quarterbacks is on the board. Maybe a guy like Kyle McCord's on the board, and you like him a lot, and you want to pull the trigger. I'm good with that. The other thing I'll remind you is we marked the tape on Thursday. I will hold true to this. The New Orleans Saints are not going to use all 9 selections in this draft. They're not going to pay 9 draft picks, and they don't have 9 roster spots available for 9 draft picks to make it in addition to your UDFAs. So it's always been the Saints' approach under Mickey Loomis that they're going to package picks and move up to get players they like. Instead of being patient, waiting for the draft to come to them and acquiring more assets, they're aggressive and move up. So I don't think they're going to use 9 picks. I think it's plausible you could see a situation where maybe they make those first 3 picks, and then one of the quarterbacks they like is still floating around there early in round 3, and they take their second, third-round pick and maybe their fourth-round pick, package it, move up a few spots, whatever it might be, to get the quarterback that you want. That wouldn't surprise me at all, and I'd be okay with that approach because I know you're not going to use 9 picks. 9 guys aren't going to make this team. So if you're strategic about where you get aggressive and move up in the draft to find a player that you really like that can make your team and be an impact guy, I'd be good with that. I think when I said I have the same feeling about McCord as I do with Rattler and Haener, it's the whole shoot your shot. It's the nickel slot, right? But the higher you go in the draft, the more you're risking because, I mean, think about what you've been able to do in round 3. Alvin Kamara was a round 3. Trey Hendrickson was a round 3 pick. You found value in day 2, a lot of value in day 2. I mean, you've seemingly found more success. I mean, Michael Thomas was a day 2 pick. Marcus Williams was a second-round pick. I mean, you found great value in round 2, maybe even more so than some of the first-round busts that you've had from Peyton Turner and Trevor Penning and Marcus Davenport, and we could run down the list, Stephon Anthony. So all that to say, if you address needs at the top of the draft, then you want to package picks to move up in day 2 to get a quarterback, I'd be good with it. The NFL profile on McCord, though, is that he is good backup with potential to develop into a starter. And that's probably what's keeping him, maybe late day 2, early day 3, as opposed to a guy that would be in the first round of the draft. But I think we're having a very different, the higher you go in the draft, though, we're having a very different conversation like when we talk about Quinn Ewers. Again, I like Quinn Ewers, but I like Quinn Ewers an awful lot when we're talking about him as an early day 3 pick, which is where we've seen some of the slots. Matt Miller put out his mock draft and had Quinn Ewers as the second-round pick at 40 overall. I don't love that as much. If we're talking about Kyle McCord, late day 2, early day 3, back of the 3rd round, top of the 4th round, I like Kyle McCord in that spot. Not so much at 40 overall. But really, the other question you have to ask if you're the New Orleans Saints and you're considering one of these players, it's are you ready to cut bait with either Jake Haener or Spencer Rattler? Because you are going into this year with Derek Carr on your roster, and you're not going to carry 4. So you're not going to carry Carr, Rattler, Haener, and your draft pick. And the Saints tried a few years ago with Ian Book, if you remember, after they used a 4th-round pick on Book. In his second year, they waived him with the intention of signing him to the practice squad. Well, the Philadelphia Eagles signed him to the active roster. So you used a 4th-round pick on a guy that was on your roster for 1 year and then was gone. So you got to be mindful of that. Like, would you value someone like Kyle McCord more than Rattler or Haener? And if we're being honest, it's Haener, right? I mean, Rattler's the guy that got the opportunity to start last year. You're going to keep Rattler. Haener would be the guy that you'd probably let go to bring in another young guy if that's the path that you went. So it would kind of be weighing that as well. Are you okay cutting bait with Jake Haener at this point in his career after a couple of seasons to give another young guy a shot to come up through the system? Perhaps. And if that's where they fall after these workouts and interviews, I'd be good with it. Because as I'm going to continue to say, it's a nickel slot, y'all. You got to keep feeding them. You're going to bust. You're going to bust. You're going to bust. You're going to bust. But you're waiting on the jackpot. You're waiting on the Dak. You're waiting on the Kirk Cousins. You're waiting on Jalen Hurts was round 2. You're waiting on Russ in round 3. Like, you're waiting on that jackpot. And you can't hit the jackpot if you don't keep feeding the slot. So low risk, keep feeding the slot, keep drafting quarterbacks until you hit on one, unless you're going to go to the top of the draft and decide someone's going to be your franchise. All right, it's after further review. We're glad you're with us here. We're brought to you by Evermore. Drink Evermore. EVAMOR, Evermore.com, Evermore.com. I love it. So, yesterday, I think it was John who texted the show yesterday, and he texted a photo of a bottle. He's at the grocery store. He's pushing his basket. He's got Evermore in his basket. He's like, listening to Scone, and naturally I had to pick this up. I love when people say that's Matt's water. A lot of the folks at Evermore, Shane and Heather, my friends over there, they'll be at events and they'll have Evermore logos or have the bottles. But, hey, that's Moscona's water. Like, no, it's our water. But I love that. I love that the brands are so closely aligned. It's something I always strive for. And they're great people. I was at the Our Lady of the Lake Men's Health event last night, and the water they had there, all the complimentary water was Evermore. So if you haven't tried it yet, I always challenge you. Buy a bottle of Evermore. Buy whatever your normal bottled water is. Drink them side by side. Tell me you don't tell the difference. It's Evermore, and it's a Louisiana product. EVAMOR, Evermore.com. All right, y'all, it's after further review. Friday shows are brought to you by Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. We'll go around the SEC when we come back. Give you a full rundown of Sweet 16 games from last night, what's coming up tonight. LSU State wasn't the only baseball series that got underway last night. We'll get to that. And Vyctorius Miller from the LSU basketball team entered the transfer portal. I'll give you some thoughts on that. Don't you move. It's AFR.
After further review.
We're brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. You can visit them at yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. You can log on, yourgoodwood.com for Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Gents, you want to live a fuller life? Goodwood's Men's Sexual Wellness can help you do it. Hormone replacement therapy is a solution that can change your life. Not just men, for women as well, by the way. But I'm talking to the guys primarily here. It's not about the age. It's about how you feel. And I describe this scenario all the time to guys, and they're like, boy, it's me. You go have a day of work, You're chugging coffee all day to make it through. You get home, you're dog tired. You sit on the couch. You fall asleep with your mouth open, snoring on the couch. Wake up, maybe eat an unhealthy dinner, watch some TV, lethargic, get in bed, rinse, repeat. If you want motivation to get in the gym, you want to hit your feet to hit the floor with energy and vitality every day, hormone replacement therapy could be the answer. A simple blood test can let you know. YourGoodwood.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Another day, another LSU Tiger, a former LSU Tiger, Vyctorius Miller, on social media earlier today. I believe it was Joe Tipton who had it first, reporting Vyctorius Miller will enter the transfer portal. So he becomes the fourth LSU Tiger to hit the portal. Remember, I told you prior there were 4 LSU players out of eligibility. Now 4 have hit the portal. That's 8 scholarship players already gone from your 13. Now, remember also next year that limit increases to 15, but still you're turning over half your roster already. And I'm going to tell you, still don't think they're done. As I understand it, there's some guys that are going to have some decisions to make about how badly they want to be back with this program, but you have a coaching staff, a support staff committed to building and funding a roster that can compete, and this is part of that. You got to have spots available, and so they're making spots available. I'll tell you candidly, Vyctorius Miller is one of the ones that I was optimistic about at the start of the season. He has what looks like the skill set of a pro, but offensively, he became a little one-dimensional, and it didn't really develop throughout the year. So ultimately, you make a decision. Is this where you want to be? This is what Matt McMahon had to say about Vyctorius Miller, a month into his first season when he was having a very strong start.
Well, he's been consistent, double figures in the last 5 games. Has not shot the ball from 3 as well as he's capable of, but he's shown that he can score in other ways, getting to the rim, scoring in the mid-range there in the paint. I thought even Friday night on a day where he didn't shoot it as well as he had been, he got to the free throw line 7 times and made all 7. And then I think his biggest gains have been on the defensive end of the floor. I think he really competes at that end. He's starting to learn how we want to play, and you see him improving each game.
There was that stretch in the pre-conference where, early in the season, he scored 15 against Kansas State, 19 against Charleston Southern, 14 in that loss to Pitt, 16 against UCF in the triple overtime win. He had double digits against Northwestern State. He had 15 in the win against Florida State. I mean, he had this great streak. And then 16 against Stetson, 17 against UNO, had 20 against Mississippi Valley. And the rest of the way, he only scored in double figures twice. He had 12 in the win over South Carolina and 17 in the loss to Tennessee. That's it in conference play. So you saw a guy who really struggled offensively once they got into conference play. As the competition ratcheted up, it didn't really translate. So Vyctorius Miller, the 4th LSU Tiger to hit the portal, 6'5", 185. Someone on, I want to give it a shout out. Somebody asked me on the text line, said, is he going to hang out with his Uncle P at UNO? Where is it? Oh, I wish I could find it. I don't know, man. I can't find whose name it was. Anyway, it was somewhere in my text line. Of course, Master P is what do they call him? Like the general manager or whatever of UNO athletics. Vyctorius Miller is Master P, a.k.a. Percy Miller, a.k.a. Master P's nephew. So he's Silk the Shaka's son and Master P's nephew. So there are worse ideas, man. If you're P and you could front it, I mean, get Vyctorius Miller down there to the lakefront. Not a bad idea. My guess is, though, kid from L.A. is going to have a little bit better options than UNO. But we'll see how it goes. All right, it's After Further Review. We're glad you're hanging out with us here on this Friday edition of AFR. We're brought to you by Relief Windows. Last night I was over at Tiger Stadium, the South Stadium Club, for the OLOL March Madness event with Dr. Curtis Chastain and the Our Lady of the Lake Men's Health Group. And got to see my buddy Brandon Holly there as well. I talk all the time about the windows, doors, siding, the indoor shutters, and everything as well. But I know I also talk as much about Brandon, and Brandon and Adrian they're great friends. It's like every time I see Brandon, it's just like you never missed a beat, like you have a lot of times with friends. And Brandon's is that guy. I was thinking about it. It's been right at 10 years. It was the beginning of 2015 when Brandon first gave me the opportunity to endorse Relief Windows to represent their brand. And 10 years later, still got this amazing partnership and great friendship as well. There's a reason why I've been loyal to them, because they're awesome. They're easy to endorse. You call Relief Windows, you have them come to the house, you have one experience with Relief Windows, one phone call, one measure tech. Doesn't even have to be Brandon, anyone from Relief Windows. You'll understand the standard that they've implemented in that business and why people continue to do business with them. It's Relief Windows. Windows, door, siding. Oh, yeah, they do shutters as well. Relief Windows and reliefwindows.com. All right, let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, bringing you the biggest news from the nation's best conference, the Tennessee Volunteers.
Tight end Miles Kisselman started every game for the Vols last year. He's an upper body injury, as it's being described. He'll miss the rest of spring, sidelined indefinitely after having a procedure. He transferred in from Alabama a year ago and was a pretty good surprise for them. Had 22 receptions for 301 yards and 4 touchdowns. It'll be interesting to see how he moves throughout the offseason and when they'll get him back.
The Georgia Bulldogs.
Georgia football lost a key staffer to Baylor. Anthony Morrow, who's the player personnel coordinator, is headed to join Dave Aranda's staff. He worked in various roles at Georgia since 2014. Georgia has had changes to their scouting staff as well. They recently promoted James Ellis to the director of scouting for the program.
The Kentucky Wildcats.
Top 25 Tulane transfer Cam Williams has committed to Kentucky. Chose the Wildcats over Florida, Louisville, Baylor, Texas, LSU, Texas Tech, Arkansas, USC, among others. 6'8", 190, currently ranked the 24th overall transfer in the country, the fourth best small forward. As a freshman this year, scored in double figures 14 times, including a season-high 24 points against UAB's Lafayette native. Was a three-star prospect, but exploded this year at Tulane. Now he's headed to Kentucky. Speaking of Kentucky, the Wildcats are on the floor tonight in the Sweet 16 amid a bevy of SEC teams. Of course, Kentucky, the 3 seed in the Midwest, will play the 2 seed Tennessee in a little SEC on SEC action. Auburn, the number 1 overall national seed, an 8.5-point favorite over Michigan in the South region. And then also in the South region, it's the 6 seed Ole Miss taking on the 2 seed Michigan State. Sparty is a 3.5-point favorite in that one. Last night, you had 3 SEC teams doing battle. Florida advanced, no problem at all with Maryland, 87-71. Alabama was bombs away, shot 50% from 3. They raced past BYU 113-88. And then Arkansas, absolute heartbreaker, 16-point lead. They blow the lead, go to overtime, and lose to Texas Tech 85-83. There you have it. That is Around the SEC. Our Friday shows are brought to you by Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. Get on by, see our friends over at Don Juan. They are now carrying the Bocock cigars as well, which actually earlier this week, whenever I was down in New Orleans, when I went to dinner, I ran into the Bocock brothers at dinner. It was incredible. They saw me, came up, said hello, handed me a few cigars, thanked us for the support, but they're awesome. Those are the ones like with the LSU wrappers on them as well, and the labels. So you've probably seen a lot of those advertised. They're delicious as well. You can check them out. They got them, the full line, at Don Juan Cigar Bar and Don Juan Cigar Company right there in Town Center in Baton Rouge. All right, it's after further review. Let me knock out our final break here of hour number 1. We'll come back. Muse will do Tigers and the Pros. Theriot is in studio in 15 minutes. Don't you move. It's AFR.
AFR.
Get Gordon and get it done. Of course, Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys wants to wish great luck to G-Team members Kim Mulkey, Flage, Anissa Morrow, so many of the Tiger women's basketball team members of the G-Team. They were recently in The Garage, which is Gordon's podcast studio. They took The Garage and converted it into a podcast studio that they affectionately call The Garage. You want to see clips of that sit-down chat, you can do it on their social media. You can go to YouTube and see the whole thing as well. But it's just another illustration of how Gordon has been so involved in the NIL space, right? Really from the very beginning of NIL, really a trailblazer there, giving not only the Tigers a great opportunity to win, but also giving these great opportunities to young people, not just in the men's sports or the revenue sports, and not just at LSU, all over the state. Been a great, great proponent of sports everywhere. Get Gordon and get it done.
You work hard every day to pursue a life you love. You put in the time, and it shows. You're forging ahead, chasing a dream, creating something better for the ones you love. You're building your own life. So why not build your own tractor? With John Deere tractors and attachments for almost any need, the Sunshine team can help you do just that. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
Baton Rouge is home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, wrapping up hour number one. Terry will be here in just a smidge. Mincy in hour three, we'll get our picks. And also, I forgot, we got to make our MLB picks with Theriot here. Day one of the season's already passed, but it's customary. We do it here at the start of every season. We make our division picks, the pennant winners, and the World Series winners. And then we'll come back at the end of the season and laugh at how wrong we were. So we'll do that today when Theriot is here as well. All right, Muso, Tigers in the pros.
Tigers in the pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now.
All right, Jordan Schultz reporting the Las Vegas Raiders are signing veteran linebacker Devin White to a one-year deal. Of course, there's a connection here. Raiders GM John Spytek drafted White in Tampa Bay. So now, a little reunion there out in the desert. Be year 7 for Devin White in the league. Of course, a Super Bowl championship, as well as a second-team All-Pro. Production has slipped the last couple of years, but still a 17-game average over 6 years, 120 tackles per season is the average that he's still on. We'll see if he can refine some of that. Spent last season in Houston. Now, in 2025, will play for the Las Vegas Raiders. The Houston Rockets were in action a night ago. They beat the Utah Jazz, who were just actively trying to draft Cooper Flagg. Tari Eason, 15 points off the bench in 30 minutes was his contribution. Did shoot 60% from the floor. He would add 6 rebounds to round out his night. Major League Baseball opening day was Thursday. We gave you some live updates on all the former Tigers who were in action, like Paul Skeens. He actually ended up finishing 5 1/3 with his 7 punch-outs. Left with the lead. Then the Pirates gave that lead up. So, kind of feels like last year already. We'll see what happens there. For the position players, they were all 0-for. They all finished 0-for. Dylan Cruz did end up drawing a walk and would come around to score. Major League Baseball action today. Kevin Gausman takes to the bump for the first time for the Blue Jays. He'll face off against the Baltimore Orioles. Gausman's going to be looking for some success here. It was a rough spring. Just 3 starts, an ERA north of 7. Walked 3 and struck out 9. So we'll try to get those numbers down a little bit here in the regular season for Gausman.
What's he looking for? Some what?
Some improvement? Is that what I said? Some success?
It's not what you said the first time.
What did I say? Uh-oh.
You're Brian Kelly.
I got Brian Kelly. Success.
There it is.
That's what Gausman needs. You might
Remember
need to bring
when Laura Rutledge did that too? She was interviewing Saban.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it was before the SC championship game. It was like Saban and Kirby co-interviewing him, and she dropped the sex instead of the success.
It'll get you.
It'll get you.
It'll get you.
The best one ever is the, was it John Anderson at Sports Center? Let me workshop this. I want to make sure I get to keep going.
Good. No, that's Tigers in the Pros.
Presented by Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Hey, you want to know how to earn some Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry? There's a transition in there somewhere.
You go.
Whenever you give her the ring from Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, maybe that would lead to some success.
Yeah. Yep, probably.
After you're married and you have success, it'll be a successful marriage. Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. That was just an awful transition. Thrill her with a gift in the red box from Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Gents, if you are thinking of popping the question, look, Lee Michaels has done this for 40 years. And if you're looking for loose diamonds, they have those. If you're looking for that engagement ring, they got it. Maybe you're celebrating an anniversary. And let's just be honest. Some of us, when we get married, maybe not at the best spot of our life financially. And then as you move on and move up, maybe you're in a better spot. You want to trade in that old ring for an upgrade? You could do it at Lee Michaels. They'll buy your old diamond and credit toward the purchase of a new diamond. Thrill her with a gift. There's so many options from Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. If they don't have what you want, they'll find it. If they can't find it, they'll make it. LMFJ.com. LMFJ.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Well, you will always have a lot of success shopping at Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. All right, Theriot's here in hour number 2 as we get kick-started. A couple of weeks ago, we gave away $5,000 with Parish Construction and Roofing. We are going to announce our next giveaway. And boy, does Theriot like to give away our money. We'll explain coming up. Also, Mintz will be here in an hour, and we'll preview Mississippi State LSU Game 2. Lots to do. Stay here, AFR.
AFR.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team color, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always. No paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
I'm Doug Brown. Deion Sanders will not be jumping to the NFL. ESPN has learned the Colorado coach will get a 5-year, $54 million contract extension. His deal now runs through the 2029 season. From the NBA, Grizzlies coach Taylor Jenkins gets fired today in his 6th year. ESPN's Brian Windhurst.
The coach that is going to be named interim coach, Tumas Izalo, he is Finnish. He ran a very inventive offense last year in Paris where he led a team to the French League title.
Brian Windhurst. Memphis will host the Lakers tomorrow night. Warriors coach Steve Kerr is optimistic Steph Curry will play tonight against the Pelicans. He's missed the last 2 games with a bruised pelvis. 2 number 1 seeds have already advanced to the men's Elite 8. Houston and Auburn hope to join Duke and Florida tonight. In the women's Sweet 16 right now on ESPN, just underway, South Carolina and Maryland. Duke beats North Carolina today 47-38.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy, coming up Monday. We're less than a month away from the NFL draft. I'll tell you which draftees I'm paying the most attention to. It's Unsportsmanlike, weekday mornings at 6, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio.
Let's rock! Go!
It's that Louisiana boy, yeah, they call him the Riot. Born and raised in the swamps, on the fight like a tiger. He going beast mode, baby, he a beast though. What you think he supposed to do? You pitch a better reload. Yeah, the boy.
After further review, the Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot, presented by Alpha Customs. Alpha Customs, Prairieville and Lafayette, and online at alphacustoms.net.
Well, how's your week going?
Week was good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, but good. I'm full of good ideas.
Here comes Theriot. The throw, not in time. Scudero delivers and the Giants lead 4-3 in the 10th.
The wave pool, although probably full of bacteria, flesh-eating parasites, and the occasional turd, provides endless hours of fun. It's not cool to have a 30A sticker on the back of your grocery go-getter. Big fan of the truck.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
You're a loser, Matt!
Shut up, kid. Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
You so. We're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Yo, bruh.
Yo, bruh.
What's good?
Good game last night.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Did you really?
I did.
Okay.
I watched it. It was on TV.
What? Oh, you turned the volume down? Got it?
Well, something's going on here. Okay.
There you got it.
I think.
Loose wire? Probably a loose wire.
Maybe.
How dumb is Chris Lemonis for pulling his pitcher and going a bunch of freshmen that just wet the bed?
Yeah, I don't know why he did that. He brought in some guy that was throwing 70-something.
I mean, thank you.
Yeah, that's called over-managing.
Yeah, right?
That's what that's called.
Yep.
So, but yeah, no, it was good.
We started the show today.
We stole one.
We started the show today by giving out the address to the Mississippi State baseball office.
Okay.
Live on air, so everybody could send Chris Lemonis a thank you. You ready for it? Here it is again.
Okay.
288 Lakeview Drive, Starkville, Mississippi, 39762. To Chris Lemonis, care of Mississippi State Baseball, 288 Lakeview Drive, Starkville, Mississippi, 39762. Make sure you send him a thank you note.
Yeah.
For handing LSU a game last night where they were up 6-2, and we're going to beat LSU's ace with a bullpen arm.
Yes.
And he just said, I don't want to win this game.
Mm-mm.
Not interested in this one.
Mm-mm. We're going to play for tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's serve let's put 2 on base and serve Daniel Dickinson a letter-high fastball that's straight as an arrow. Back-to-back pitches, too. Yeah. And some jack one out of the park.
Yeah, we stole that one.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
Yeah, it kind of sucked, though, because as good as Anderson looked last week or against Texas, man, it wasn't super encouraging this time. But
short rest?
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe short rest. I mean, maybe he's not quite, there. We know he's got it in him to go out there and dominate like he did at Texas, and so that was cool. And then we saw some homers, so that was good.
Homers are good.
Yeah, we stole one, man. That's baseball. You got to do that. You got to steal some every once in a while.
We'll talk a little more about last night. We'll look ahead to games 2 and 3 as we move throughout the hour a little bit here. The LSU women's basketball team getting set for a Sweet 16 game out in Spokane.
6:30.
We got that to get to. A lot to do. Jeremy Pruitt suing for $100 million.
Saw that.
Hope he gets that. $100 million.
He gets every penny of that.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of millions. It's 100 of them.
100 millions. So how's your week going? Are you getting hundreds of millions? 100 million?
I don't know. Maybe. I hope.
Are you suing the NCAA?
No.
Come up with some reason to sue them. I mean, you played for an NCAA sanctioned sport.
Yeah, I could.
Come up with something.
Why not? I mean,
really, all you want to do is just get to the settlement, right?
That's it.
Like the house settlement we're about to get here next month?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Get to a little settlement. No, it's been a good week, man. I've got a I don't know if you knew this or not, but we've got a cat.
Yeah.
I've got 3 dogs and I've got a cat. And my cat, she leaves for like 3 or 4 or 5 days at a time, comes back, eats, sleeps for like 48 hours, and then goes and stands by the door and looks, and she's like, "Hey, can I go back?"
Let me out.
And we let her out.
I'm ready to go.
Because that's what she wants to do. She's a great cat.
She's out there living her life.
She doesn't even have a name because she's never really, we haven't given her a name. We call her Cat. It's a true story. Georgia loves the cat.
The cat?
Yeah. So,
you didn't name your cat?
Well, she's not there long enough.
Have you had her since she was a kitten?
Yes.
And you never gave her a name? How did you get the cat?
Well, I was going by dog food, and I walked by the little adoption thing at PetSmart, and she was there. She was. It was love at first sight.
And you just you're like, I'm gonna take her home today.
I want her. What is that? How can I get her? She was like, $100 or something adoption, and I adopted her. I brought her home. She was great. Anyway.
What did Jonna think of the cat?
She hated the cat, but now she loves the cat.
Why?
Because the cat's great. Like really, like a college kid. Like goes out, parties, comes back, eats, sleeps, wakes up, goes out, parties, come back. Like, so there's...
Never there long enough to really notice?
So she left probably last Thursday. We put an air tag on her, so now we know where she goes. So I follow her, so I see where she's at. So I know she's okay.
So if she's ever just like stationary for a long period of time...
Well, she was this time.
She probably got,
So she was.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so she was. And
she got in a little trouble?
Well, I was very concerned. And I was like, I think she's...
Yeah, some got a hold of her.
Yeah. And there's some woods behind our house.
She picked a fight she couldn't win.
That's right. Well, then, 2 days ago, she's moved. She's across the street from our house. So I'm like, I got to go find her. So I'm in the neighbor's backyard. Like, I'm watching her on the Find My app.
Some like hawk swooped down, picked her up, and dropped her.
Yeah, she wouldn't come. She normally comes when I call her.
Cats don't really.
This cat's great. Dude.
Oh, wow.
It's the best cat in the world. So she shows up last night, back door.
No way.
Yes. She broke her leg.
Oh, no.
She's got a broken leg, Coach. No weight on it. But she's a stud. She doesn't complain. You can touch it. She's like, she sucks it up.
You brought her to the vet?
No. Dude, I'm going to go spend $3 or $4 grand getting this cat's leg fixed. What's she going to do? She's going to go do it again. No, I told Jonna, this is my exact statement to Jonna. Tell her to walk it off. She's like, Ryan, we can't do that. This is after she told me the story about how she gave $100 to a bum. And then, I said, you know what? Just rub some dirt on it. She'll be good. But anyway, the cat's back, so that's good.
I think this story is hilarious.
Yeah, it's true.
But you're going to have a lot of, like, PETA people listening that are going to be pissed at you.
What do you want me to... No, you can't...
That's fine. No. I'm just telling you, be prepared, because one time I talked about killing geckos because Eric is deathly afraid.
Yeah.
And somebody complained about me talking about killing geckos. I was like, all right.
I'm not killing the cat. I love the cat.
I get it,
the cat.
but you just said like cat's got a broken leg, and you said you're not bringing the cat to the vet.
I'm not bringing the cat to the vet. It's the cat's fault. The cat shouldn't have left. Anyway. So, yeah, so that's what we got going on. You want to hear this or what?
Well,
we got time? No.
Is it about the cat?
No, it's not.
Oh. All right, well, hang on. Let's stay on time, and we'll come back and hear your letter next.
Okay.
It's stay here. It's AFR.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Action Industries in the Advanced Turnaround Group. Action, INDINC.com. That's Action Industries Incorporated. That's where you can find them on the website. And if you want to learn more about the Advanced Turnaround Group, please check them out. Love telling you about Action Industries because this is a great local company. And I think we all understand when you live in South Louisiana, you realize what the petrochemical, the refinery industry, what it means to our state's economy. And so Action Industries, I love the fact that they've been an industrial contractor for 4 decades, but they know who they are. Like there's some giant mega contractors that do great work, these $200 million projects. That's not Action Industries. You want the 100-person project, that is their sweet spot. And they will commit the top level of their resources to you. The Advanced Turnaround Group is their turnaround division. It's a totally separate set of resources under the same umbrella. So check out the Advanced Turnaround Group at Action Industries.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years.
After Further Review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Pump the party. Yo, you know we going down in the studio at 9-5 Radio. Pump the party. Pump the party. Pump the party. Pump the party. Big boy can pump the party.
All right, glad you're hanging out with us here. Theriot told us a story in the first segment about his cat, whose name is, well, doesn't have a name.
The cat.
The cat. Glad to know the cat's back home.
She's back.
But we missed your letter. So, Muse, if you would, cue the music. Let's hear the letter. I'd love to hear it right now. Let's go. Here we go.
All right, cool.
We'll just bump Kick Rocks to next.
I can be quick. So I saw Kim shouted out her practice players.
The guys that practice against the girls, yeah.
Yeah, and, Coach Staley did it last year. I want to say they got rings and the whole deal, which is pretty nice.
They should,
Yeah.
right? Do you agree? No?
No, I agree. Yeah, they play hard.
You don't think so?
So it got me thinking a little bit about scout team and practice players, and I would like to write a letter to those guys. Or gals. It can be gals.
Yeah.
Whatever. Had to change some things up because I didn't want to get in trouble. But have some damn pride, you bunch of chumps. That's how I'm going to start this thing out. To know that you're going to walk into a gym and get your ass busted by a girl who has a 4-inch vertical and shoots free throws granny shot style is insane to me. When you let one of those girls back your ass down in the paint, and you immediately have lost your man card at that point, okay? You guys are going to make great stay-at-home dads later in life, and I think that that's awesome that you're developing those skills early. Bet you can fold the hell out of some clothes and make a mean meatloaf, too. If it makes the LSU women's basketball program better, though, I'm all for it. I think it's great. I love it. But there's not a snowball's chance in hell that you're going to catch Pawpaw out on that court.
Pawpaw cricket.
Shout out to the coaches who have convinced these guys to get absolutely cooked by girls regularly.
Oh, no.
What do you put up wanted signs in coffee shops or go out to scout at the dog parks? You send some scouts to the dog parks or farmers market, see who wants to come play? I'd love to know where you get these dudes. Maybe it's just me. Maybe my ego's too big to allow me to understand how someone could willingly show up day in and day out and get dominated. Maybe they enjoy it. It's not for me. Matt, when I used to throw BP to Houston's Little League team, I'd carve them up. If you hit one good ball off of me and all the kids knew it, the next one was coming right in your ear hole.
Yeah, here it comes.
I don't care if you're 9 years old. Don't get too comfortable in the box on me.
Threw this kid in a Little League game, didn't he?
Practice players in the NFL show up every day. They pay them a couple $1,000 and they give them CTE. When they can't walk anymore, they send them home. It's the dumbest thing in the world to me. I played professional sports for a long time. I consider myself an above-average athlete.
Yeah.
You know this. I've committed to running 2 miles a day. I started that like mid-December, and I've done it. I mean, I'm very proud of myself for that. I work out 4 to 5 days a week. But there is zero chance I'm racing either one of my daughters.
Because they're going to cook you.
Because they're going to beat me.
They're going to cook you, dude.
They are going to be, and I'm not giving them the satisfaction of beating me in anything. I'm not their damn practice player.
Yeah.
And the more I think about it, I'm not lifting weights with Houston either, because he's going to be stronger than I am.
You think today he's stronger than you?
Maybe. There's a chance.
Close.
It'll be close. I'm not taking that chance. I'm not losing. This isn't a male and a female thing. It's a Ryan can't win, so he's going to choose not to participate thing. That's what this is.
Kind of sounds like a male and a female.
It's not. It's actually not.
Kind of sounds like it.
These practice players that I'm talking about know that they can't win, but yet they still choose to play the game. It's crazy to me. But you know what? Y'all keep doing your thing. There wouldn't be any winners if they didn't have losers. And you guys are that, losers. So I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. Sincerely, Ryan. So PETA, and then who else?
Certainly women's rights groups.
Yep.
No doubt.
Yep.
I mean, you said that wasn't a male-female thing.
It really wasn't. It wasn't meant to be. That was just the example. Well, here's the good news.
Well, when you started talking about getting cooked by chicks with a 4-inch vertical and...
I mean, it's just an example of what happened. But it could be any sport.
Sure.
It really could be.
Could be, but and then you said you weren't racing your daughters.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But I also said I wasn't going to work out with Houston.
Yeah, that was like a footnote.
And I don't play golf either. You know why? Because I'm not that good at it. People are going to beat me. So I just choose not to do it. I'm not going to willingly participate in something that I'm going to lose at. And that's what these guys do every day. It's the craziest thing in the world to me. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm with you, too, in the competitive thing. Like, I don't yeah,
whatever. It's whatever. I mean, they can do what they want, I guess.
So I have a question then.
Okay.
Like, who do you scrimmage against? If you don't...
Each other, I think. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Like in football, you need a scout team to give you a look. Who gives you the look?
I don't know.
The scout team.
I don't know the answer to that. I know that the scout team's not for me. That's what I know.
Got it.
I mean, I don't know what the solution to that is. And I don't know, do I think they make, for example, this is not singling them out, but do I think they make the women's basketball team better? Absolutely. Am I glad that they do it? Yeah, that's awesome. I'm just saying there's no way I would do that, ever. Zero chance.
Got it.
I'm not doing the clothes either.
What do you mean the clothes?
Not folding clothes. Not doing it. I'm not good at it. Not doing it.
I don't think that has anything to do with being good, because you could get better. Like folding clothes is a pretty easy thing to do.
I'm just telling you. I'm not any good at it. I'm not doing it. I'm not the best at it.
But you can't get better if, like, you weren't the best baseball player until you practiced a lot.
I was always pretty good.
Yeah, but you weren't the best. Usually you're pretty good.
It's debatable. I mean.
So you didn't work hard at all?
No, I did.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
Of course you did.
These guys can't play for the women's basketball team. They're males. They have wieners. They can't play on the team.
Right.
Okay, so it's like, what are you doing? Like, that's my thing. What are you doing?
I think they probably win sometimes.
I don't know.
I think they win sometimes. I think that's the whole thing. You're trying to challenge the women against people that are physically superior.
Like, why would I go
like
race?
Men are bigger and stronger and faster and jump higher. Like that is an objective fact. I mean, that's not right. That's why you do it.
Mm. Did you watch any opening day games? Watch any baseball games? I love opening. I do. I really like opening day. And I like October.
Very candidly, the shine of the start of this season for me is really lost. This season.
Why is that?
Because I know my team's got no shot.
Why do you say that?
Do you want me to run down the list of starters that are out for the season? I mean, Garrett Cole's out for the year with a torn UCL. Yeah, what am I going to get excited about? In the World Series last year, got cooked by the Dodgers, who are going to win it again this year.
They will.
And now my team, our ace, is done before the season starts.
Yeah, that sucks.
Tell me what to be excited about. Tell me what I should be excited about. Anthony Volpe, homered yesterday. That was cool. Great. Neat. They won. Awesome. Great. You know what I have to be excited about? My bourbon bet with Chihuili.
Okay. Do the Cubbies stink?
I don't know. I don't care about the Cubs. I don't know what they're going to be. But, like, we look at their win totals for the season, and so Cubs are 85.5. The Yankees are 89.5.
You're in a good spot this year.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're screwed.
I gave him a bunch of games. I gave him like 15 games last year. I still won because the Yankees are really good, and the Cubs weren't.
I don't think the Cubs are going to be any good this year.
But neither the Yankees. That's the point. I seem to be 4 games better than the Cubs, so I can win expensive whiskey off of Chihuili.
Yeah,
that's what I need.
He'll bring you some Jack or something.
No. We have a price limit. Like you're not. There's no skating on this bet. We got real stakes on this thing.
Well, he just bought a building in Gonzales, so he's broke. Traction just bought a new building, so he doesn't have any money. So good luck getting anything out of Chihuili.
Did he finance the land at First South Farm Credit?
I'm sure.
FirstSouthLand.com. Look, Muse love that.
He did.
Look at Muse. Big nod.
That was good. That one was seamless. Like, that's the thing. That was just like you were having a conversation. Really strong.
How about that? Strong affirmation.
Yeah. Thanks, Muse.
Do I need to say anything else? Do I even do the rest of the read? I don't even know if I need to.
No, yeah, you do. You do.
I mean, I just dunked right in everybody's face on that one.
You did.
Bam!
Felt good. Not going to lie.
Bam!
I made that live read.
Yeah, you did.
Ricky Bobby. Got it. FirstSouthLand.com. FirstSouthLand.com. Thinking of buying land, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. Go to FirstSouthLand.com. Maybe it's 1,000 acres for agriculture. Maybe it's 100 acres for your hunting property. Sick of sharing that hunting lease?
Mm-hmm.
Who else is on your property? Who shot the big buck this year instead of you? Who did it? Who did it?
Billy Bob.
Forget about Billy Bob forever. Get your own spot. A lot of people that buy land already own land. You can take equity out of your current land, roll it into your new property. First South Farm Credit can help. They've been doing that for 100 years, more than 100 years. FirstSouthLand.com. Your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. FirstSouthLand.com. Supposed to kick rocks here, but we got mixed up because so in the first segment, you offended animal people by talking about your cat who doesn't have a name, who has a broken leg, and you're not bringing to the vet.
I'm not.
And then you offended really all women and the men.
I did not offend the women. I did not.
Yeah, you did. In this segment, so I'm curious, like, what's coming up next? I mean, I have on there LSU Mississippi State Game 1 takeaways, but we still haven't done Kick Rocks. So we're doing Kick Rocks next?
It's fine. We can do whatever you.
Let's do Kick Rocks next, so we'll see who else you can offend.
Okay.
All right. Theriot will offend more people after the break.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. Hey, y'all, it's Friday in Lent. I'm sure you know that. So if you're abstaining from meat, you need a seafood option. Of course, Rouse's has you covered. Boiled crawfish, live crawfish. Remember, they're boiled crawfish every day, in-house, boiled crawfish. They have boiling rooms in-house. These aren't brought in from anywhere else. Every Rouse's location has their own in-house boiling room. So check it out at Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. Also, they've got the Seafood Spectacular for just $9.99 a pound. You could load up anything on that hot bar onto your plate, $9.99 a pound. You can feed the whole family that way. And how about this? The first of the season. They've got the fresh Alaskan halibut fillets in now over at Rouse's. $19.99 a pound. It's only while supplies last. Check it out tonight at Rouse's. This feels like home.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, Mintzy will be here in half an hour from right now. We'll do our college baseball picks. Mintzy, Muse, and I. Each week, the three of us give you 3 college baseball plays. We're tallying it up throughout conference play. We'll let you know how we did last week, and we'll be looking ahead as well. You keeping an eye on the LSU women playing NC State today?
Oh, absolutely.
You're going to be locked in?
It was a big game, yeah. We've already whooped these girls.
6:30 tonight.
Yeah, we've already whooped these girls, so I'm not super concerned about tonight. Plus, we're playing great, scoring a hundo every game.
I know, man. Tigers are a 3.5-point favorite in this game.
Yeah.
Opened at 2.5, went to 3.5. So, like the Tigers' opportunity here.
Yeah.
Like this, what is going on here? Like, we start the hour and you're talking about your cat without a name with a broken leg.
Yeah.
You completely wash straight through your letter. So we come back, last segment, do your letter, and all you do is offend people with your letter. Women's groups, everything, your daughters, everybody. Now we come out of break, and I look over, and Muse is reading a book. Muse is channeling his inner A.J. Brown. Like, what in the world is going on today? I mean, is everybody just checked out? What? Is everybody just checked out for the weekend? What? That's not funny.
He's working, bro. He's studying.
Muse, what are you doing?
Found this book earlier. A lot of interesting things in there. Like, says how to pick up beautiful women in nightclubs or any other place.
Muse, you're reading a How to Pick Up Beautiful Women book while we're on the air?
I don't hate that.
What do you mean you don't hate that?
I don't hate that. I like the hustle.
Maybe the guy, look, clearly he needs the help, right? I mean, he's been working here for how long? I mean, Muse just rolled. Well, I mean, Muse, I kept trying to say you're getting engaged, and you keep pushing back against me.
Not getting engaged yet, man.
Well, maybe
he's working.
Well, with that kind of attitude, maybe you do need help with the book.
This thing's fascinating.
How to pick up beautiful women.
In nightclubs or any other place, Ryan.
Well, why don't you indulge us, Muse?
Yeah, I mean,
give me the secret sauce, Muse? How do you pick up women?
Well, look, man, I'm
in
gonna
a
tell
nightclub or any other place.
Like just some of the stuff they have in here. They give you top 10 pickup lines that are guaranteed to work.
I want to hear a couple.
Guaranteed to work.
Guaranteed. They're throwing down the guarantee.
Or your money back.
You want to give Mr. The Riot here a little sampling?
Yeah. Ryan, you let me know if you think this would work.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
You see a girl across the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Just stroll up to her.
I feel like I don't feel like you could do it like that. I feel like you have to act like you're trying to pick up Ryan.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So I see Ryan across the bar.
What's up? Hey, Matt.
Hey, man.
What's your name?
Man.
What's your name?
What? No. I got to give you the line.
Okay.
Hold on, let me see. All right. I've never really said this to anyone before, but I just felt I had to say it to you.
Okay.
You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
That didn't work.
They didn't pick him up.
That didn't.
All right, hold on. There's more.
That didn't work.
There's more. Look, they're guaranteed to work.
That
right?
one didn't work.
That one didn't work.
Stinks.
Nope, not on me.
Okay.
You didn't look in my eyes when you said it either, so I didn't think you believed it.
Didn't believe it.
I didn't believe it.
All right, we'll try. We'll try. Well, I mean, I got to kind of read it out of the book. But
That's fine. It's fine. Fair enough.
No, hold on.
I'll lock in on you.
I was intrigued by your beauty and couldn't keep myself from coming over here. May I buy you a drink?
That one didn't work either.
No, that one didn't work.
I don't think this is good.
Uh-oh.
They have to be witty. Those aren't witty.
Oh, all right.
Are women actually wooed by pickup lines?
No, it has to be like funny and witty, and then I think you got a chance. Then you can.
I'm just far too direct.
Yeah. Are you like the "What's up, girl" type?
I don't know that I would go, "Sup, girl." Like, I wouldn't say that.
That one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that in certain places with certain people could probably work.
That one's good.
Like at Reggie's circa 2001, if I walked up, someone was like, "Sup, girl."
Yep.
If it was the right girl who was receptive to it, that could probably work.
Yep.
In this phase of life, while I'm also happily married, that's not really the approach I'd go with.
Was the album? Yep.
Probably not that one either.
No.
What else you got, Muse?
Okay, let's see if this one's a little more. What'd you say? What word you
witty.
use?
Witty.
Witty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Can a beautiful girl like you use some pleasant company?
That one. No, that was not good.
That was not good?
That was creepy feeling.
Well,
like pleasant company?
I'm sorry.
No.
That's what it said?
No.
It says you should say that to women in nightclubs or any other place.
Muse, I think what I need from you is...
This is why Muse is not married right now.
Yeah. Muse, I think I need a little more believability from you. Like, I need you not just to read this book. I need you to actually play the role. If you're in a nightclub or another place, I need you to try this out like you're actually trying it out.
And I'd like you to call me by name. I think that would be better.
But I don't know your name. I'm walking up to you just at a club, right? Like, I mean, I don't know your name.
I wonder if there's a line in there for what you do when you don't know her name, and what do you say anyway?
I mean, hold on. I got to thumb
I'm not a
through
her,
the
though.
pages.
Is there
like this is? I'm not a her. I think he needs to. I mean, it needs to be directed toward a man. Like that would make this way more realistic.
You need to make this realistic
for him.
Yep.
I mean, that
shouldn't be that hard.
That's for him.
It doesn't say how to figure out the girl's name. How do you do that?
All right. Assume I have a name tag on. Assume
this is like speed dating.
Cheryl.
Ryan.
Ryan.
Assume I have a name tag on. My name's Ryan. So it says, "Hello, my name's Ryan." Right
Why
here.
did you
So
laugh at Cheryl?
It's just a funny name.
You know my name.
I'll be with Marilyn, your mother's name. Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah,
Musso.
we're not going to do that. That's weird.
That is weird.
That's weird.
Finally acknowledged it was his mom.
He's not going to try to pick his mom up.
I mean, Marilyn is my mother's name. The middle name is completely wrong.
Marilyn Monroe Musso.
All right.
Wow. I mean, that was an aggressive cough right into the microphone.
Well, I should clear the throat. Make it good here.
And you also just coughed on a microphone that many other people use.
I will wipe it down.
No, you won't.
Yes,
It's all
I
making
will.
sense. It's all making sense. I get
What
it
do
now.
you mean?
Bet you $100 he's going to walk out of here without wiping that microphone down.
Well, actually, I was just going to wipe it down in the break, but you know.
Guarantee you. Before the show's over, we'll leave. He'll forget. He won't do it.
Okay, my name's Ryan. Ready to go.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
There's women named Ryan.
There is.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
One of my friends, her name is Ryan.
Let's do that then.
Yep.
Here we go.
That was the wedding with Moose at the Box. It was her wedding.
Let's go.
All right. Here we go. All right. Ryan.
Yes.
That's how you're going to talk to Ryan. That's how you're going to talk to her? Ryan. You don't call her.
I'm not a girl.
Oh, yeah, he's not a girl.
That's how you're going to talk to him.
Yeah.
See?
Talk to him.
But I wasn't done. I was
But
just
if
kind
you're
of setting
wooing
the
him,
stage.
that's what you're going to say?
No, I was just like, all right, we're ready, Ryan. And then I was going to go into the line.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm
ready
just
to go.
thinking of people who like just now got off of work, got in the car, turned this on, and are going,
What is going on?
What?
What are we doing?
Musso brought his pickup line book into studio, was reading as we were coming out of segment.
Yes.
And so now we're making him try all this out on Theriot.
Right. Hi, Ryan.
Hi.
I just wanted to tell you that what you're wearing looks beautiful on you. May I buy you a drink?
When was that book written? Like, what is?
Wait, did it work?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, why not?
I feel like that's just like an old approach. Like, may I buy you a drink? Nobody would ever say that. And plus, I mean, I think you need to refer to me as like, like a man. Like,
song about it.
It was a great song too.
Like if you would have said,
buy you a drink. Maybe, what if he said, "Can I buy you a drink?"
Okay, that'd have been better. Or if you said, "Hey Ryan, what's up, bro?"
Yeah.
Hey man, may I buy you a drink?
Hey man.
Hey man, can I buy you a drink?
Sir.
Oh, hey man, what are you drinking? I'd love
Sir.
to buy you one, Mister.
Mister. Yeah.
That might work on me.
Okay.
Maybe.
I thought he'd like the one about the clothes. He likes, I mean, you're big into clothes and big into fat. I thought that would work.
I like clothes and fashion.
Yeah.
I do.
I was like, compliment the clothes.
Muse, this is what I want you to do.
All right.
I want you to thumb through that book and find the best pickup line. Theriot's going to tell people about Parish Restoration because he's an owner in that company. And when he's done, you're going to give us the best pickup line in that book. Okay? So you have a very brief window here to find something really, really good, and you got to nail it too.
Oh, Lord.
You got to nail the delivery. I think part of the problem here is there's a degree of believability and authenticity that just is absent. So I need you to really lock in here.
All right,
Ryan, go ahead. Parish Restoration.
Parish Restoration. You go to parishrestoration.com and check out all these unique services. The one I would like to talk about today is the patented dry fogging system service that we offer over at Parish Restoration.
Yep.
It eliminates all molds and pretty much everything else, viruses, you name it. Sanitization also. If you have that weird smell, it could be in your home, office, or even your vehicle. I actually had my Suburban dry fog because there was a smell there.
Somebody asked me about, because they bought a car from someone that was a smoker, and they're like, "Can they fog my vehicle?" I was
It'll
like,
kill
I
it.
don't know if they'll do vehicles.
Yes.
So you will do vehicles.
And it's gone.
And they're Sprinter vans too. So like they can drive the van, I would presume, like at your office, right?
Absolutely.
Like your car's at your office, they come and they fog it. Well, that would take 2 seconds, huh?
Yeah, no, it kills.
Do a
Yeah, it
vehicle?
does. It's like a 30-minute deal. Kills all the smell. And offices here in Baton Rouge, also in Florida, newly opened Tampa, Florida office. Yep, shout out, nice
Shout
service.
out.
Mm-hmm.
In Tampa, huh?
But service about 100-mile radius here from Baton Rouge. Restoration, remediation, but really the dry fogging process is unique and cool. Nobody else does it. It's very awesome.
ParishRestoration.com. ParishRestoration.com. Check it out. ParishRestoration.com. Okay, Muse. Do we have any like romantic date music we could play?
Well, hold on.
Like any romantic.
I don't think that's really good. You think it's gonna like make this better here, set the mood a little?
Yeah. That would be great.
Let's get our Matchler music back.
Oh, the Matchler music.
Hold on. I want to lose my spot in the book.
Yeah, don't lose your spot in the book. It's all right, dude. This is all stuff you could have been doing while Theriot was doing the.
You told me to find the best pickup lines. I was working on that.
How long did that take you?
I did have to go find the one that I wanted.
Okay. No worries. So Friday AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Muse brought a book to work. It's what?
I found the book at work.
Hey Ryan, he found the book at work.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Got it. Sure, he found the book today at work.
And chose to bring it with him during the show.
And reading it, right?
It's all good.
All right, Muse. You so you have the best pickup line in the book. Okay.
I have the best pickup line in the book. I need your help there, Ron.
I do get asked often about Matchler and whatever happened. Did Muse ever connect with the Matchler?
Well, I think the book's going to help him with that.
Yeah. This is the Matchler music. Muse won an award for the Matchler.
Did.
It was the best promotion in the state of Louisiana last year at LAB.
Wow.
We actually won an award for the Matchler. which, truthfully, pretty cool promotion. It really was.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was really
That was a lot of fun, actually. Yeah. All right, I need your help for this one, Ron.
All right.
I think this was going to work.
Okay.
All right, so whenever I ask you out, you have to tell me you have a boyfriend. All right?
Fair.
All right?
Yeah.
All right.
I can do that. Let's go.
Hey. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Ryan.
What's up, Ryan? Look, would you like to go out, get a cup of coffee sometime?
I can't, Matt. I've got a boyfriend.
Well, I'm not trying to take him out, just you.
Got it. That might be it.
Think that would work?
I would engage a little bit after that. Yep.
Yeah. Well, you need a little humor.
That I would like that. Yep. That one was good. And it might have been the music.
Yeah. Well, it sets the mood.
I like that.
I feel like I saw that one in a movie, but the retort was, he's not invited. Like, I have a boyfriend. Yeah, he's not invited. He can't come.
I'm sure there's different variations of that one, yeah.
Okay. All right,
I like that one.
It's after further review. We're not got our final break here of hour number 1. We'll come back. We'll do Ask Ryan. Got a question for Theriot. Anything about anything, feel free to get it in. Mintzy in 15 minutes. We'll give you our 3 picks for college baseball. We got a lot to do. We got to do our Major League Baseball picks for the season, division winner, pennant winner, World Series winner. We got to preview LSU Mississippi State games 2 and 3. Okay. LSU women against NC State in the Sweet 16. I mean, we got a lot of ground to cover. Don't you move. It's AFR.
After further review.
Brought to you by River City's 1 Hour Air, where they're always on time.
You don't pay a dime.
You don't pay a dime. 752-0001, 752-0001. You know what tomorrow is?
Saturday.
It is Saturday. So a lot of businesses close on Saturday, don't they? You call, you get an answering service.
Most of them.
Not at River City's 1 Hour Air. Nights, holidays, weekends, you call them, you'll get a human, a living, breathing human, and they'll come out nights, holidays, weekends, and they'll never charge you extra to come out nights, holidays, weekends. It's River City's 1 Hour Air. 752-0001, 752-0001, or 1hourbr.com. Harry sent this 5-star Google review. 1 Hour Air is the best company around. Mr. Cody is extremely knowledgeable, thorough, and dedicated to his job, not to mention friendly. Another 5-star Google review for River City's 1 Hour Air. Give them a call today, y'all. Get that preseason AC tune-up. 752-0001, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, wrapping up hour number 2. Glad you're hanging out with us here. Right, Radio Hours with Theriot aboard. We'll talk to Mintz, give some college baseball picks here after the top of the hour. Let's get the little Ask Ryan. You know the drill. Got anything for Theriot? You can ask anything about anything. Email us. Brought to you by the Williamson Eye Center. 924-2020, 924-2020, 924-2020. What's the number?
I don't know, but I need to go see him, bro. Because my eyes are getting bad. Today I could not read some directions, and I need to go see them.
So truthfully, when you go into the Williamson Eye Center, their Bluebonnet location, so it's on the Baton Rouge General Campus, right? You turn off off Bluebonnet onto Picardy, and then immediately on the right, the building on the corner, the first and second floors, that's the Williamson Eye Center. They have a full wall in there. It's like all the athletes that they've helped. Current, past, like, dog, you can get on that wall.
I could, huh?
You should.
I wonder if they'd put me on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
924-2020. Dude, just go for the consultation.
I'm going to do that.
You just need to go for the consultation. It doesn't cost you. Just get information.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Learn your options. WilliamsonEye.com.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you.
This is SportsCenter.
Yo, Mincy, how's it going, dude? I'm doing great. Doing awesome. Yeah, Sweet 16, man. Feeling good about it? How are they doing game one of that doubleheader against Florida? I saw y'all were up 1-0 early, but I didn't know if it. I know. A&M's actually one of my plays tonight too. It is. All right, hold tight. We're in Sports Center.
Leads South Carolina 33-31. DePaul women's coach Doug Bruno steps away from the sidelines after 39 years. He missed this season with health issues. Bruno will stay with the school as a vice president.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio.
That's right. Woo! You can't handle the
Riot Radio Hour.
Let's do that again. Guess who's back again.
I want some more.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Well, let's start the insanity. Giddy up.
With Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot.
Let me find out you wearing Spanx the Hydra good.
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Musu. Hey! And Theriot. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you are driving home with us on a busy weekend. Tigers and Mississippi State game 2 coming up tonight. The LSU women's basketball team in the Sweet 16 a little more than an hour from right now over in Spokane against NC State. We got a plum to do. The men's Sweet 16 resumes tonight. Mintzy's with us. Mintzy, how are you?
Man, I'm doing great. Thank y'all for having me. Talk about a busy weekend. I mean, I think you can make an argument this might be like a top 2 or 3 day, big day in the history of Ole Miss athletic department. Men's and women's Sweet 16, and then playing Florida in baseball. So pretty pumped. Hour away, Ole Miss, Michigan State, 6:09.
What'd you think about Sparty's 3.5 in that game over at DraftKings? What do you think about the Rebs and Michigan State?
I'll be honest, I thought the line would come out at 5-6. And when the line came out a little low, it kind of gave me a little more hope on Ole Miss because Vegas kind of knows everything. When I look at this matchup, I mean, what a coaching matchup with Izzo and Beard. Both guys, I mean, obviously Izzo's like the best of all time in the tournament, but Beard's, made the national championship, 2 Elite Eights, and now 3rd Sweet 16. So he knows what he's doing too. When you look at the matchup, Michigan State's really good rebounding, and Ole Miss's defensive rebounding is a little weak. So I'm worried about the offensive glass being a problem, but the guard plays really good, and Beard's a good coach. And the line, I feel like Ole Miss has a really good shot, and you're playing with house money. First Sweet 16 since I was a senior in high school. So I'm just kind of really trying to enjoy the moment. But I think the Rebs got more than a fighter's chance tonight. I really do.
That was the 2001 tournament. Is that right?
Yeah, they lost to Arizona. There was Jason Terry and Richard Dickerson, that Arizona team that got beat by Dunleavy and Battier and
Jay Williams, Boozer. That was a great tournament. That was that was my freshman year of college. That was a strong Duke team. They had a rally past that Arizona team in that game. That was a really good championship game. Hey, you got anything on the board today in college basketball? Like any plays that you like among the 4 games?
Man, I slammed Florida last night at 6.5 with all that weird stuff going on with Maryland and that coach. I thought that was the best game of this round. Tonight I gave out Ole Miss plus 3.5, a little homery. I actually like Auburn. I actually like Auburn by 8.5 tonight because it just looks weird. Like the public slamming Michigan. Auburn, I know they covered against Creighton, but they haven't played as good. But I just feel like everybody's on Michigan, and something's up with that. It just looks weird to me. And then, Matt, I know you're a guy who likes theories. Tennessee, Kentucky, and Houston, Purdue are playing in Lucas Oil Stadium, not a basketball arena, playing in the Colts Dome. I feel like that's kind of bad for shooting sometimes. So I like under 144.5 in Tennessee, Kentucky.
Well, to that point, Houston, the best defensive team in the country. Do we think Houston tonight laying 8.5 against Purdue? Is there value there?
Well, I look, Houston could punk them. Purdue's playing 40 minutes from their campus. They ought to have a pretty good home crowd advantage.
Good point.
The only thing with Houston, as great as they are, and I love watching them, I respect them, you're dealing with a low over-under of 133.5, so like laying 8.5 is like a lot. You're really feeling like a, 68-52 final kind of deal. So I'm not sure I want to lay the 8.5, but I do think Houston takes care of them.
By the way, speaking of home court advantage, you mentioned Purdue playing in Indianapolis. Auburn's playing in Atlanta at State Farm. Like, that is going to be an Auburn home game. That might be, Mintzy, one of the reasons why. Maybe that's why the line appears a little inflated as well, but you better believe that is going to be overrun with Auburn, orange, and blue.
Yeah, that's a really tough ticket in Atlanta, too, with Auburn, Ole Miss, Michigan, Michigan State. It's wild how expensive it is. They're playing in State Farm, the Hawks Arena.
Yep.
I think Auburn, I know they won the SEC regular season. Kind of feels like they faded a little bit at the end, but I kind of feel like it's an overblown narrative, and they're still really good. So
he's Ben Mintz, Barstool. He's on Twitter at StoolMincy. Y'all give him a follow. They're a DraftKings partner, and joins us here. We do some college baseball picks. Hit it, Muse.
Play ball!
Oh! Look at our guy.
It's time to cash some tickets. Let's preview the college baseball weekend with Ben Mintz of Barstool Sports. Presented by the DraftKings Sportsbook.
I tell you what. You give Muse 7 weeks, you're in trouble. You give him 8 weeks, he's got it. Nailed down. We got the new intro. Love it. That a babe Muse. That a babe Muse.
I told you I would have it.
Eventually. Like at his own pace, he'll have it when he sees. But it sounds great. Sounds great. All right, Mintzy, we know the drill. 3 games each. You, me, and Muse. If Terry wants to play, he can.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, he's good. All right, let's look over results from last week. Paulie got them. Let's see how we did. I was 1-1. Oh, I did get the push. Thank God.
You got the push on the over. Or the under, excuse me.
Yeah, on the total.
Yep.
Tennessee won. Sam Houston lost. And my underplay pushed. It was on the number in the 8th, and I was like, I'm not watching the rest of this.
13-2 was the final score.
Yeah, I was like, because it was fair. I was like, I didn't get a hook on that. All right, Muse went 2-1. Mincy went 1-2. So Muse leading right now at 4-2. I'm 3-1-1. Mincy's 3-3. So let's pick some winners tonight. Mincy, you have the honors. Fire away.
All right, first up, boy, I got to say, LSU and Ole Miss both benefited from this. Missouri is the only horrible team in the SEC this year, and both LSU and Ole Miss swept them.
Yep.
I'm taking Texas by 2.5 runs at Missouri tonight. They're horrible. They're the worst team in the SEC by far. I feel like they should get relegated.
Okay. I'm not opposed to it. But every league needs a doormat, which is why I'm okay with Ole Miss being in the league. Because, every league needs its runs. I need Ole Miss to go back to being a run.
Okay.
I need Kiffin out of here. So Ole Miss can be a runt again. Yeah. Mincy, it's nothing personal. It's just, I believe.
No, I know. I just love that there's animosity toward Ole Miss because Ole Miss is top 15 in football, baseball, and both basketballs right now.
The Big 12 needs Kansas. The Big 10 needs, Indiana doesn't need to be making the playoff in the Big 10. Indiana needs to be a 1-10 football team. You know what I mean? I need Eddie O back at Ole Miss is what I need. Or Matt Luke. I need that back at Ole Miss. I need Lane Kiffin out of there. That's what we need. He's so pissed. Go ahead, Muse. What's your first?
All right, we're going to go to Tuscaloosa. We're taking the road dog. I'm going to back Kyson Witherspoon here, man. He's arguably the best pitcher in college baseball on a Friday night. I like Bama's offense a lot, but Zane Adams on the mound Friday night, matching up against Kyson Witherspoon. Give me Witherspoon. Give me Oklahoma plus $1.30.
Can Oklahoma score? That's going to be the question. I'll keep it here. I'm taking Mississippi State's getting 3.5.
Yeah,
they've got Cone Khan on the mound. LSU's got Ianson, who's struggled to extend the last 2 weeks in league play. I think LSU's got a great chance to win the game. But, you're going to give me Mississippi State plus 3.5 with their ace on the mound, yes, I'll take a shot with Mississippi State plus 3.5. Mincy, what's your second one?
I will say, Matt, I get your logic there because the power rankings on both Tennessee and LSU make it like impossible to bet either one of them right now. These LSU lines are crazy in college baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're a great team. I'm not saying they're not, but like
they're flawed, Mincy. Like LSU is a flawed team right now that's still finding itself a little bit. Like you get Pico Cone Con on the mound, and you're giving him you're spotting 3.5 runs. Yeah, I love LSU. I hope they win, but you're gonna give me Mississippi State 3.5. I'll take the runs. All right, go ahead, Mincy. What's your second?
I'm going to College Station. A&M 0-6 and Florida 0-7 is nuts, man. Nuts.
Yeah,
A&M
right.
was preseason number 1. I'm actually going under 11.5 here because as bad as they are, Ryan Prager is still one of the best pitchers in the SEC, and I don't know what's going on with A&M bats. I mean, everybody thought they had the best lineup in the country, and they can't score. So 11.5 seems like a high total, especially when they got their ace on the mound. And it's not like Kentucky can hit really either.
I like that play. Hughes?
I'm in College Station as well, and I'm taking A&M on the money line to finally get off the schneid.
Okay.
You have to win eventually, and I don't think Kentucky's the team they were the last couple of years when they went to Omaha a year ago. Mincy said it. Ryan Prager's still really good. At home, A&M finally gets on the board tonight.
My auto play, the number is 18.5. Dallas Baptist, New Mexico State. I'll go under 18.5. Mincy, your third?
All right, my third one. The third one I'm going to go with. It's a home dog thing. I mean, I don't know. I'm taking Vandy plus 124 at home against Arkansas.
Okay.
Vandy's been playing pretty good. I mean, that Arkansas ace, Ole Miss lit him up a couple weeks ago. I know he's talented, but I'm taking a good price here. I mean, I'm not. Arkansas very well could win, but I just think minus 160, they're too big a favorite on the road.
Okay.
Mincy said it's impossible to bet Tennessee. I'm doing it. I like the Vols on the run line, minus 3.5.
I did it last week.
At South Carolina. South Carolina's not any good.
Yeah,
like, if they win 6 games in the league, I'm going to be impressed. Liam Doyle, that's a small park up in Columbia. Tennessee's going to dominate that whole series, and it starts tonight.
All right, my last one. There wasn't anything else on the board that I loved, so since you all allowed it once, I'm going to go back to the well and parlay. I'm going to do a 3-team money line parlay. Muse, I agree. I'm going to take Tennessee, Oregon State, and then Dallas Baptist in the game that I just mentioned against New Mexico State, where the run line, where the total is 18.5. So I'm going to go a 3-team money line parlay. It's at $1.18 minus $1.18. So Tennessee, Oregon State, Dallas Baptist, 3-team money line parlay will be my third play. All right, guys, let's cash some tickets this weekend, man. I'll get rolling. Muse is the only one above 500 right now. So Mincy, you and I got to get.
You're 3-1-1.
Yeah, let's say you're 3-1-1. You're above 500.
That's like 75%.
3-1-1.
Oh, okay. I am above 500. Oh, I was 1-1. I was 1-1 last week.
Yeah.
So this week we'll get. Muse was the only one above 500 last week. Mincy, appreciate you, man. Good luck to the Rebs here in less than an hour, man. Hope you enjoy the weekend. Thanks for the time.
I hope Ole Miss and LSU would be the Elite 8 in women if they both win tonight too. Ole Miss is in that same regional, but they're playing the number 1 seed UCLA, so that would be cool.
UCLA has certainly had high points this season. I mean, both LA teams, but USC obviously with the really tough injury. But anyway, all right, Mincy, we got to bounce. Thank you. Have a great weekend, man.
Good weekend, boys.
All right, that is Ben Mintz. You'll get him on Twitter at Stool Mincy. We appreciate him for taking a couple of minutes with us. Of course, Barstool's DraftKings partner, and love to talk a little sports betting when we can. Get Mincy on the show, so we appreciate him for making that possible every single week, making himself available. Yo, we're brought to you by our friends over at Supper Club, supperclubbtr.com for your reservations. I'll be there on Wednesday. Got a little client dinner. Where else would you go?
Nowhere.
Supper Club.
Yep.
Supperclubbtr.com if you want your reservations. Remember, they're open right now. It's 5:15. They start seating at 5. So if you're getting off of work, you want to go out, pop on into Supper Club, don't have a reservation. Remember, open seating at the bar. I would assume that they're booked solid for the weekend, but open seating at the bar, so you could pop in. You want a cocktail, glass of wine, have an appetizer. You could do that, or have your whole meal there at Supper Club. The other thing, too, remember, graduation parties. Okay. I know we're still like, I don't know, about a month and a half, almost two months there out from graduation parties, maybe about 6 weeks, 8 weeks. They're already booking up for graduation parties. You want the private room. You want a table for your family. You want to do a party for 40 people. You want to rent out the whole restaurant.
You can do that.
Like, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Weekends, weeknights, they can make it work. But you got to call now. Like, don't think you're going to call 2 weeks before graduation and get a table. Like, it's going to be booked solid. So call now or go to the website, supperclubbtr.com. Supperclubbtr.com. Get those graduation reservations. All right, it's after further review. We're glad you're with us. We have a big announcement coming up. You and I do.
Yes.
Are we ready for it yet?
Huge.
Do we need to check? Are we ready?
I'm
or not yet?
I'll check. I don't know.
You tell me when we can do the announcement. Big announcement. Nope, not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
We do have a big one coming.
Big announcement coming.
A big one.
And it'll happen before the end of this hour.
It better.
Yeah, right? I know. Big announcement coming. All right, we'll come back. Mr. To the right here has some thoughts on LSU, NC State, the women's Sweet 16 coming up here in just a little bit. We'll also get to an LSU Mississippi State Game 2 preview in about 15 minutes from right now. We got our Major League Baseball season-long picks. We'll get to all of that. A ton to do. Glad you're here. It's AFR.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by Glow Resources, GLO, glowresources.com. You know, you go down Perkins in Baton Rouge, right there by Pennington, and you'll see their corporate headquarters. Gorgeous building. They did a gut renovation of it. It's awesome. Like, walk into the building and you'll get a sense of the vibe for Glow Resources. They love to have fun. It shows in a lot of their ads, a lot of the social media that they do. That's one of the reasons that they're so successful is people love to work with them. The other is because they get results. If you hire Glow Resources to find that candidate for you, for whatever the job may be, skilled blue-collar labor, C-level management, anything in between, if for whatever reason it doesn't work, they'll give you a prorated refund or they'll find you a new employee for free. So what do you have to lose? 96% success rate. You want to be more efficient with the right people? GLO, glowresources.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
We're about an hour and 10 minutes away from first pitch out at the box with LSU and Mississippi State in Game 2, but it is storming over at Alex Box Stadium. Koki Riley just posted a video from the press box on his Twitter if you want to check it out. We're playing it here if you're watching. It is storming at the box. The tarp is on the infield. The good news with the box is that it drains exceptionally well. So if it stops raining, the outfield shouldn't be a problem. And again, as we mentioned, the infield is covered. It's just a matter of, will it stop raining? And if you look at the forecast, and I am certainly no meteorologist, but I'm looking at the weather app here, and there's weather in the forecast all the way until 5 a.m. So, and then it picks up again at 9 a.m., and it's supposed to rain like all day tomorrow. So hopefully there's positive news and an alteration here and some clearing that they can find a way to get this in. Some have asked about Sunday. Sunday's not an option. Muse reminded us in the break of the South Carolina series from a couple of years ago, which I had forgotten about. But yeah, like you've got to get it in 3 days. So I'm hopeful. We'll see if there's a clearing where they can make this happen.
There's a little window between 9 and 10 tonight.
9 innings in an hour. Ready baseball. You get the ball and go.
First pitch swinging.
Yes. I mean, there's no sense in debating it now, but I know there was conversation yesterday when we were on the air, actually earlier, about possible alterations for today, like playing the game earlier in the day today, and they were going to wait until after Game 1 to make that determination, and they made the determination last night to continue as scheduled, and this don't look great, but we'll see how it goes. Now, for whatever it's worth, if they do end up getting this out there, Koki also did tweet the lineup. And this is, I don't think that this is in any way a surprise because this is what LSU has done when they faced a lefty. And tonight, Mississippi State starting Pico Con-Con. Are we going Con-Con or Con-Con? We get a ruling?
I think you go Con-Con.
Con-Con or Con-Con? What do you like better?
How do you spell it?
Kohn. We've both, Muse and I've heard it said different ways, and I couldn't find anything. Mississippi State doesn't have a pronunciation guide on their website. I've heard people say it both ways, so I don't know. And I mean, without having...
I like cone.
So that's what I was saying, but Muse has heard it said con, and he said the Mississippi State reporter who he had on the day I was out said con as well. So I don't know if it's cone or con. Con. We'll go with that. Yeah. So anyway, they're throwing a lefty. So this is the lineup where Jay gets right-handed bats in the lineup.
Yep.
Braswell's at third, Fry DHing, and Josh Pearson in right. We talked a little bit about it last week. How do you feel about that? Jake Brown goes to the bench.
I don't like Jake Brown on the bench.
Me either.
I think he's a heck of a player, and I think he can do damage. But Ethan Fry can really hit too. I mean, it's just one of those things. I think with both of those guys, and if he chooses to platoon, that one in particular person, then it is what it is. I would like to see him kind of mix Pearson into that mix with the platooning, so that way you can get some guys some more consistent at bats.
Well, he is. So what they're doing is they're DHing Fry and Pearson's playing in right and Brown's going to the bench. And when they're facing a righty like last night, Fry goes to the bench, Pearson DHs, and Brown's in right field. The other thing that they're changing is at third base, where it's with as you would say, Braswell, and Tanner Reeves. So when they're facing a righty, Reeves plays to get another left-handed bat in the lineup. When they're facing a lefty, like tonight, Braswell goes in there to have another right-handed bat in the lineup. What do you think about that?
I mean, look, he's proven that this is how he's going to do it. I wouldn't think that this would stay like this during the postseason or even, in big games. One of those folks is going to take a step forward, and you're not going to be able to take him out of the lineup, I would imagine. It only helps LSU if they all hit. It sucks for the player, if you're the guy that's not getting consistent ABs, but it's great for the team.
What do you mean it's great for the team?
Well, if you can have that many guys swinging the bat well, I mean, if he feels confident enough to do that, you have that many folks swinging the bat well, I mean, that's just a luxury that not many teams have.
Okay. What do you think as a hitter? I know you've talked about this, but just for the sake of the conversation right now and here for the audience you're listening, about the up and down nature of, like, you're playing a day, you're not playing a day.
No, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, DHing's tough too. You know, so if you throw in a platoon DH type, it makes it even more difficult. You know, hitting is about two things. It's about rhythm and timing. You can't have good rhythm without good timing. You can't have good timing without good rhythm. We talk mechanics and see all the stuff online and approach and this and that, and people critique swings. But the truth is, if you're not on time with the pitch, you can't hit. And you know, without consistent at bats, it's hard. It's hard to be on time. It's hard to have that rhythm. You can have the best swing in the world and look perfect, but if you're not arriving at contact, you know, on time, you're not going to have any success. And you know, so it just makes it tough, man. In between starts, you have to be able to get live looks. You have to. There's a lot that you have to do to stay sharp. You know, it makes it difficult.
See if they get this in. I'm kind of refreshing weather and seeing how this may go. Apparently looks like there's a band right now that should be gone by 6:30. We'll see if that allows them enough time to get the field cleared and prepped and ready to go and time to be on time. But if we get updates and info, we'll certainly pass it as we're here. All right, it's After Further Review. We're glad to have you aboard with us here on this Friday edition. Terrio's in studio. It's LSU and Mississippi State. We'll see if they can get games 2 and 3 in, but looks like they'll be dodging raindrops here on for the rest of the weekend. Thought on since we're talking baseball, we'll finish the segment with baseball and do basketball next with the women about the tip in about an hour, but in Spokane. Thoughts on Ianson and Shores set to go games 2 and 3?
I thought Ianson really threw the ball well last week. You know, Shores kind of did what I expected. You know, they faced a really good offense. Everybody knows that. I think we're going to see him get better and better and better. The thing for him is, how do you feel after the start? Are you able to extend? If he feels good and if he's able to extend, the other stuff will come. We saw it with Schmidt missing out over the middle of the plate, and then you know, the walks. You saw it with Shores as well. Not super sharp, missing in the middle of the plate. Is going to give the hitters an advantage, and good hitters are going to take advantage of that. I expect him to get sharper as the year goes. Listen, man, I feel great about the pitching staff. I really do.
Okay. Why?
I see a lot of upside. I see a lot of potential. The stuff is really good. The years past, the stuff hasn't been great. I mean, we had one or two dudes that had electric stuff, and then everybody else was just okay. I mean, it seems like every arm, and even other than Cohen, who arguably has pitched best of all of them, his stuff doesn't really jump off the page for me.
Right.
Just a hell of a pitcher.
91-92 with a really good changeup.
Really good Bugs Bunny changeup. But the other guys, their stuff is phenomenal. So, you know, you're just a small adjustment away from dominating guys.
I did just get an update that it has stopped raining at the box, which is good news. So we'll see if that can hold. The other thing that I want to ask you real quickly is the question that every time Zach Cowan pitches now, I get asked the question. I'm sure Muse does and everybody does. It's, should you move him into the rotation? I know I have my thoughts on it. What are yours?
Well, we saw he's been used. If you follow him, you know, he's following guys that are throwing mid to upper 90s, and you're giving the other team a complete different look when you bring him in the game, and that's tough for an offense when you bring him in and he can extend multiple innings. Man, that's just a huge advantage. You know, the third time around, the third at bat around is generally when offenses have success. And, you know, I wouldn't want to give an offense a third look at his changeup. You know, I think it's perfect the way they're using him at the moment. Now, if his fastball was in the mid-90s, it'd be a different story. But even still, he would need a third pitch. And he throws the curveball and is pretty good. But, man, you go in there and just throw that changeup for 2 or 3 innings and let guys beat the ball into the ground or hit pop-ups to the outfield. I mean, that's a luxury it's phenomenal.
Thank you. I can say it and people think I'm an idiot. You say it, I'll let them think you're an idiot.
That's why Trevor Hoffman was a closer. He had one pitch, splitty, that was better than everybody else's.
How about Mariano Rivera?
Mariano had one pitch, cutter, just better than everybody else's. Yeah, you can start him, but eventually guys are going to get to him.
Just going to let that marinate for a minute. Because I keep getting called an idiot.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, to start.
Oh, by the way, you don't have anybody else in your bullpen you trust other than Evans. You have 2 guys in the bullpen you trust.
And you can extend the guy. I mean, he can extend 3, 4, 5 innings if you need to. I mean, that's Evans too, by the way. I mean.
Yeah. Oh, Evans is your Friday night guy next year.
Evans is your Friday night guy.
Evans or Schmidt, if Schmidt comes along. If not, Evans is your Friday night guy next year.
Mm-hmm. Now, Evans is
unless you go into the portal and you recruit Paul Skeens.
I wouldn't be shocked to see Evans starting in the postseason.
This year?
Yeah. His stuff is good.
You better find someone on the back end. That's the problem.
Yeah,
I hear you.
But you can't get to the 6th or 7th if you're not winning the first.
But then what does it matter? Look at Game 2 at Texas. What did it matter that you were up 5-2 if you didn't have anybody to get the ball to get out?
Look,
it's a chicken or the egg conversation. And the problem is you only have 2 right now that you trust to throw strikes.
I know.
If as we go throughout the course of this season, William Schmidt locks in and gets more comfortable, if Connor Ware becomes the guy everyone thought he was, if maybe Rizzi, Cooper Williams, some of these highly touted young guys come around, then I'm totally on board with it. But right now you don't. Yeah. Ryan, who are you going to give the ball to?
No,
tell me who in the game last night.
We tried it Game 2 in Texas. We gave it to everybody.
Tell me last night, 2-run lead, actually a 1-run lead until bottom of the 8th when you push one across. Would you unequivocally say, I'm giving the ball to this guy and I know he's going to get me 3 outs and finish this game?
Evans.
I'm saying aside from Evans.
No, I mean, he's the guy.
That's the point.
Yeah, he's the guy.
That is the answer.
Yep.
All right. And it's raining again.
It's going to be the whole deal. The rain is going to stop and start. There's going to be lightning within 8 miles, probably all night. So, it'll be a blast out there at the box.
I'm emceeing the Maddie's Footprints Gala at L'Auberge tonight. Wow. So I'll be keeping an eye on the game on my phone if it happens. If not, great. I'll be at a great event. I don't know if you can buy tickets at the door, but come hang out with us over at L'Auberge at the Maddie's Footprints Gala. And if not, learn more about it and why it's an awesome organization that benefits families who have gone through unthinkable tragedy. But they do provide amazing resources to families. Anyway, Maddie's Footprints, check it out. Okay, it's after further review. We'll not got a break. Yeah, we're ready. The big announcement's coming up next. We're ready. Big announcement next. AFR.
AFR.
Man, I love telling you about Duplessis Builders. Look, there's a lot of reasons to call Derek Duplessis for your pool, your outdoor kitchen, your spa, everything they're trying to build outdoor to beautify your outdoor spaces, no doubt. How about let me just make this really simple. If you love the Tigers, Derek's an LSU alum, and he's done awesome NIL deals that help the Tigers as well. I've literally had people say, I was trying to decide who to go with. Well, they support LSU athletes in NIL, so I went with them. There's tons of, look, they're going to build you a beautiful pool, beautiful outdoor kitchen. I tell you about Derek with his mechanical engineering background, minor in aerospace engineering. I mean, you've got a dude that's we call them rocket scientists, right? You're an aerospace engineer, isn't that what you are?
Yeah. You
so that's the dude that's building your pool. So yes, he's going to give you unmatched quality with a 10-year workmanship warranty, but he's also done NIL deals with Harlem Berry, Kyron Lacey last football season as well, Jacob Myers. So yeah, support a guy that's supporting the Tigers. DuplessisBuilders.net.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team color, team swag, and now your very own website, LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net, powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Oh, Kim. All right, glad you're back with us here on AFR. Moving through the 5 o'clock hour. The LSU women getting set for their Sweet 16 game against NC State. Of course, a team that they've already played this season. Kim Mulkey, at the media availability before the game, was asked in what ways NC State has improved from when they played earlier in the season.
They've played together a while. Those guards just have unbelievable range. Those guards can dribble, penetrate. They have to rebound, as guards, because they usually play their four guards together. They've won games on the road that were tough games. They were in tight games. They made the plays to win those games. Well coached. I've known Wes a long time, and he now gets to coach alongside Will Wade. We all know Will when he was at LSU. So other than when we play tomorrow, I'm always pulling for Wes Moore. He is a great guy.
LSU beat NC State. It was back November the 27th when they played, and LSU won that game 82-65. Michaela Williams had 24. Anissa Morrow had a double-double with 20 and 15. At the point, LSU was ranked 7th in the country. NC State was ranked 20th. Tigers had a double-digit win that night, beat them by 17 points. The line in this one is 3.5. Any reason to think this one is different from when they played back in November?
No, not for me. I mean, the matchup problem that LSU has had the last few years has been the bigs down low that they can't get around. And NC State, I mean, Kim just said it. They're going to have a 4-guard set. LSU has really good guards. I look for Anisha Moore to have another big game. Sanaya Smith probably going to have a big game tonight, and then you're going to see their guards who are pretty good match up against a couple All-Americans. And so I like LSU here.
I love the fact that we haven't hit this at all, but Kim spent the last week and a half, 2 weeks of the season resting Anissa Morrow and Flage. So I don't care about the Ole Miss game. I don't care about the SEC tournament. Not saying you don't care, but you had bigger goals. Sure. And to achieve those goals, you had to be healthy. So you saw a few stumbles down the stretch, but it was for the greater good. So you took the millistep back at the end of the season, which probably affected your seeding, to be able to go on a run here. I don't think it's – look, I mean, you've already played – these teams have played. You beat them by 17.
Yeah.
Anything could happen, of course, but this is a game where I feel like LSU is they've already played. They're the better team. They're healthy. They're playing great. I think LSU wins this one and advances. Probably play UCLA in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, and look, we've seen the benefit of that rest, especially with Flage. I mean, she's played phenomenal.
Kim was also asked not only about NC State being better, but in other ways that they've changed since their November matchup.
Well, I wouldn't say the style of play is any different. We're not going to create new players. I think both teams are obviously better, and we just have a lot of respect. We don't look at the previous game. We just think that we're both trying to advance to an Elite Eight, and we don't really even think about that game. We talked about it once or twice. We've looked at some film, but they're better, we're better. They're ACC champs. We finished third in the SEC. They're supposed to win. They're the 2 seed. We're the 3 seed.
And Vegas said you're actually favored. You beat them by 17 once already. We'll see if whatever Kim's got to tell her team to get rolling and get ready. Awesome. But Tigers and Wolfpack tonight, 6:30 tip. So we're here about 45 minutes away from tip. At the same time as scheduled first pitch for LSU and Mississippi State. Keeping an eye on the sky and the weather. If anything changes, we'll certainly pass it along to you. But if you go to the homepage of Parish Construction and Roofing, if you go to the homepage at parishbuilt.com, we have a video embedded there of Coach Mulkey, because we've done a lot of work for Coach and her family.
Absolutely, at her house. Mm-hmm.
And she's been great to work with, and I know we've got you and Kim have a great relationship, and it's been great to have her.
I had to chase her down for payment a few times, but it's all good.
She's got it.
It's all good. I'm joking.
A couple of weeks ago, we did a $5,000 cash giveaway over at Parish Construction and Roofing. It was easy. You enter for a free, no-obligation roofing inspection, and you're entered to win. We did the drawing live on air, and we gave away $5,000 cash.
We did.
And we're doing it again.
Yeah, but we're not giving away $5,000 this time.
No, we are not giving away $5,000.
Nope. We are giving away $10,000. Cold, hard cash, baby. 10 Jeebers. 10 stacks. Coming at you, baby. Right in your face. Just giving it away. We're giving it away. 10 grand. Who wants it? Who wants $10,000? You want $10,000, Matt?
Well, part of that is my money.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a partner in the company.
Okay, fair.
So,
Muse, you want 10 G's?
I'd love 10 G's,
okay,
yeah.
Go to the website. I need you to sign. Just free inspection. We're coming to inspect your roof. All you got to do is sign up, and you're entered to win 10 grand.
There's no purchase necessary.
0.
It is literally you just sign up for a free, no-obligation roofing inspection.
That's it.
And you're entered into a drawing to win $10,000. It's like really that simple. And the last drawing we did was Greater Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
We are expanding this into New Orleans as well, into GNO. So if you're in GNO.
Or the North Shore.
That's Greater New Orleans. It's GNO, the whole area.
What about home and Thibodeau area?
Yes.
The whole area.
Hmm? So Bayou Region, Greater New Orleans, all Greater New Orleans and Bayou Region. You're welcome to enter as well.
10 grand. Who wants it?
Again, you don't have to replace your roof. You don't have to buy anything. It's just
go
to the website, parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. Enter for a free, sign up for a free, no obligations. It'll take, what does it take, 30 seconds?
It's simple to do.
There's a form on the homepage where you put like your name, your address, and whatever.
That's it.
Hit the drop down.
Let me give you 10 grand.
And you'll be entered.
Who wants $10,000? It's real easy.
I guess my thought with this is, all right, if we did 5 and it went well enough to where you now are, this is your idea, by the way, to give away 10. I'm just wondering where you stop this.
You don't stop this. That's the thing. That's the beauty of this. That's what I'm so excited about. That's why I want people to sign up. I want to give away $100,000.
Oh, my God.
That's what I want to do.
By the way.
I'm serious.
By the way.
Part of that's your money, but that's okay. We're blessing people's hearts. I want to bless somebody's heart with $10,000. All you got to do is go sign up.
Yeah.
I mean, you could call the office too, but not right now because nobody's there. But go to the website.
parishbuilt.com.
Let me bless your heart with $10,000.
I do want to point out that for everyone who, we mentioned this when we did the $5,000 giveaway. We'll mention it again. If you were entered into the $5,000 giveaway, no worries. Your name stays in the hopper for this.
Yes.
As well.
You don't have to re-enter.
You don't have to re-enter.
Don't re-enter.
You're still in.
You're in.
You can only win once. But anyway, all the giveaway details are at the website at parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. When you go to the homepage, there's a big splash screen. You'll see the $10,000 cash giveaway pop up there. I will tell you candidly at this moment, when you when you click the button, it takes you to the page with all the details, and it still says $5,000 on that page, but I assure you, it is the $10,000 cash giveaway.
It's 10 Jeebers.
It's 10 Jeepers.
Yeah, you like that, huh? Jeebers.
Jeepers.
I cannot wait to give this away.
We did a video again. It's going to be up on social media here in a second.
Yeah. It's a good video. It's fun. It's fun.
You shot me with a money gun.
Yeah, man. Well, we need to do the candid.
Literally, not even joking.
The outtakes.
$10,000 in cash.
Yes.
In a money gun, and you shot it right at me.
Yes.
Yeah. That's coming to all the social accounts at Parish Built on social media.
Mm-hmm.
$10,000. It's giving it away.
Just blessing somebody. That's a vacation.
You're just a brilliant marketing guy.
No, it's not that.
Hey, let's just give away cash.
I want somebody to have a great vacation. I want them to, whatever. I want to give somebody $10,000.
Parishbuilt.com. This is going to run through
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
We got 3 weeks.
3 weeks from today is when we announce the winner.
We'll announce it in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yep.
Parishbuilt.com. Parishbuilt.com.
Help me help you.
Can we just give away your money and not mine? Can it just be yours? Can it be just from your piece of the pie?
Nope.
Can I have a vote on these things next time?
Yeah, you're in. Yeah, you can have a vote. It's America, bro.
I mean, you just keep upping that number.
You know how much fun it's going to be when we do 25 is going to be fun. That's what I want to do next. And I'm going straight to 50 after that. 50, you can get a truck. You could get a boat. Like, you can do some stuff with 50. You can do some stuff with 10. 100? A hundo?
Hey, why don't we just start with 10? Let's do this. Okay?
Well, it's going to go great. So I'm excited.
Let's do this.
You guys go sign up. Tell all your friends. Let me give you $10,000.
Let's do this. All right, we'll wrap up the show with Ask Ryan next on AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Clegg's Nursery with 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Segan near Airline, LA 16 in Denham, Mid-City on Donmore, Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. I tell you every day, buy local, shop local. Clegg's is awesome, man. They've been around for more than 60 years. Look, we got some raindrops coming through, but hey, that's spring. What do they say? April showers, May flowers. Isn't that what they say?
April showers bring May flowers.
There it is right there. Well, we're not quite to April, but we're almost there. It's March the 28th. Happy 328 Day, by the way.
Jonna went to Clegg's and got a bunch of stuff the other day.
Okay.
What
did we get?
Nice flowers in our garden.
Love it.
Front. A lot.
Amazing selection at all 4 locations. I always encourage you to check out their Facebook page over at Clegg's because they do an amazing job whenever they get new things in. To update their Facebook page with whatever new inventory is there. So checking out, right? They got 3-gallon buckets of Peggy Martin roses. Oh my God, they got gallons of geraniums. Clegg's.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Down the stretch we come, final segment here on a Friday edition of AFR. Big shout out to our friends over at Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center. If you're in Baton Rouge, you're in Town Center, you're looking straight at Whole Foods, look to your right, you'll see Don Juan right there. The cigar bar and the Don Juan Cigar Company retail shop side by side, whether you're looking for a cocktail and a smoke. I think they win tonight.
Yeah,
I'll be
UCLA is going to be a
fascinated
tough
see the
matchup.
UCLA game.
That's going to be a tough matchup.
You know, but the interesting thing this year is you don't have that one dominant team. By the way, South Carolina, I think they held on. Let me see if I can get this has gone final yet. Anybody know if it's gone final? There's 35 seconds left. South Carolina's up by 4, 64-60. Maryland was leading at the half. It's been back and forth. We'll see you on Monday at 3.
AFR.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower